Welcome to another episode of Eternal Champions. I'm your host and DM, Michael Trabacchino. And joining me at the table today are the champions Mirthal, played by Ernie.
Hey, guys.
And Astraios, played by Damien.
What's going on?
So, guys, how have you been?
It's okay. Can't complain.
That's good. How about you, D-Man?
Same shit, different day. You know how that is.
Same song, different dance, that type of stuff?
Yeah, well, you know, we got to get it done. Same shit, different day. Here we go. Everybody, this is to all of us because we get to bask in it every time. Hashtag release the Snyder Cut.
I didn't have to say anything. I love it.
We already know. We will bask in this glory until the vision is finally complete and we see it.
I got an image of Solaire there for a second. The sun is like, it's incandescent, and instead there's like a slight, like Teletubbies, and there's like a slight ghost image of Zack Snyder in the sun. Just like this. And he's just like, accept me in your brilliance.
That's right.
I'm more thinking Homelander. You're
That can work too.
You know. When you're not.
Yo,
It's not like the end of
that
season.
show is fucking.
Yeah, I love
thought
it.
he really did that.
Yo.
Yo, when he did that with the fucking
With the
laser
crowd?
eyes,
Yeah.
I was
Let's save that first.
Yeah,
we can do a whole boys episode if
We
you guys
will.
want. It's
Yeah.
it's a good series. I
It
really like it.
is.
So we got our obligatory release the Snyder Cut message out. I want to give a shout out, and I think Ernie would probably give a shout out. Are you using the same dice or no? Are you saving those dice for the Rojan dice?
Oh, no, that's
saving those?
That's gonna mean for Frasher.
This Friday?
Yeah.
Okay. But I did promise, and I am going to be using these dice made by Academic Dice on Instagram. They were kind enough to make me these awesome, and I mean awesome, custom Eye of Sauron Lord of the Ring die for the D20. And then the other dice have like little flakes of gold in it, and it reminds me, the One Ring. So
Yeah.
I have to use these as my DM dice from now on because one, they are absolutely beautiful, and two, they are, well, it's the Eye of fucking Sauron. So I have to use it.
May
But
it
yeah,
never fall upon us.
into the shadows you will be led. Anyway, so should we pick up where we left off, or do you guys need a recap?
I'm pretty good. Wow, man.
How about you, D-Man?
I was outside, right?
Okay, so I need to do a
Good
recap.
recap.
Okay, so last time on Eternal Champions, this will help people who are listening too. The group were separated, so in a matter of speaking. Mirthal and Udil were sucked into this orb, not physically, but spiritually, and where they confronted a being, an aspect of creation, as he calls himself, or itself, rather, Fontis, right? They had a discussion. Knowledge was bequeathed onto Udil and Mirthal. But while that was going on, Aiden plus this gentleman right here, Astraios, were fighting what they eventually discovered was a King Carcosan worm, right? It was pretty much what was plaguing the area. After a lengthy and almost dangerous battle for Aiden, they were able to defeat it just in time, too, as Udil and Mirthal awoke, and they conversed with their party, and then they set off to go to the town, or city, rather, the bustling metropolis that is known as Kingsport. Upon arriving at Kingsport, some... I wish this was a video cast.
Yeah.
Eventually,
what I
this will
did?
be a vidcast. We'll be seeing everything that you do, Damien.
You know what I did.
It'll be beautiful.
You know what I did.
So, upon reaching Kingsport, they wind up, well, rather, Astraios found some very interesting clues towards something. What? He can share later if he wants, or if he explores in this episode. And they made their way to this out-of-place manor of sorts, where they met a strange, very foreign individual who they don't know the name yet, who has blue skin, slicked black hair, and his eyes are a pinkish hue that when the light hits them, while they aren't radiating anything, it gives off that almost allusion to them radiating some sort of light off of them. But it's just a trick of the light.
All
So,
right.
Astraios was outside,
Mhm.
but it was Udil, Mirthal, and Aiden who entered this building, and it ended. Last episode ended with this mysterious individual revealing a mark on his hand, a mark that you all are familiar with being synonymous for a champion of sort. And that is where we will dive into this episode.
Speaking of which,
Yes.
the mark.
So the mark.
Is it? Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
And then
So the mark is a bit garish compared to the rest of the marks. Again, like Udil has a mark that it's an ash tree, right? And it's surrounded, has a bit of like water around it. You can assume what his champion might be should it be discovered later on.
yeah, I remember
yeah.
Fontes said it, but I. personally
Fontes
don't
did say it. Yes, Fontes did say it. And then your mark obviously is very reminiscent of your
remember.
or whoever you're
Uresh.
the champion. I guess yes, exactly, Uresh. But this one, this symbol or this mark of a champion that you assume to be is very different. Like I said, it's garish. It's basically it's a skull with its mouth is yawning, right? It has what looks like a sprig in it, of like some sort of berry bearing tree of some kind, maybe. And its eyes are swirls, right, like a pinwheel, and it's wearing a tilted crown.
Like North mythology vibe there. Okay.
There's a bit of everything in there, but
I see that. Yeah,
why I
I
sent you
know
the
it.
creation myth. Well, Damien has it too now, the creation myth stuff. But yes, so and again, it concluded with him saying, "I'll show you mine if you show me yours," and he reveals his mark.
Mirthal holds out an arm, and he shows his mark as well.
Lady Uresh. Interesting. What brings you to Kingsport? Or rather, what brings you here?
That is a very good question. Which is actually what brings me here to find out why I'm here. Yes, I know, confusing.
Quite, but they do work in that way, the aspects.
So it seems.
Your mark. What is your task? Has she informed you?
Before I answer that, what is your task?
That's on a need-to-know basis, and unfortunately you aren't on that basis just yet.
Okay. Well, I would probably share the information of my task. But as your friend A already knows, I don't know what my task is yet.
And he looks at Aiden and give me a perception roll.
Sure.
Yeah.
Natural 19.
Ooh, very good.
Sorry, guys, we're on page D&D Beyond.
Yes, D&D
Of
Beyond.
course.
Love D&D Beyond.
So that's a dirty 20.
That's a dirty 20?
Yeah.
Okay. You can clearly make out that this gentleman, he's very hard to read, right? This whole time talking with you, he has shown no emotion whatsoever. And this one bit of, like, a glance at Aiden was clearly a scowl.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way that you would give, the way you would scowl a dog if it had, shit the bed, that type of thing. But yes, so, yeah, take that what you will.
Okay. Before you write me off, I have my resources. But before I reveal my hand, why don't you show me some of the cards you're playing with?
Well, I haven't written you off yet. If you've been given that mark, there's something about you that is worth being given that mark. It's not given out so liberally.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in need of assistance with something, and you may be able to help me with it. And if you do, you will be rewarded handsomely.
Okay. What is it you're thinking?
Several months ago, a traveler came. Traveler who was not of this realm, shall we say. A gentleman who went under the name Breaker. And that's it. said he was searching for someone, a doctor, as it were. I had no idea who this doctor was, so I pointed him in the only direction I could, and that was the Garden of Lyceum. He was being monitored, as I tend to do with all newcomers to Kingsport, and I found he had quite a unique ability. One that may be beneficial to me, should he choose to help me with my endeavors. And the problem is, he never returned from the garden.
Okay. So I'm assuming you want help retrieving him from the garden.
Correct, if he is alive, of course. And if he is willing. I do not believe in bringing someone against their wishes.
And if he's not of his right mind?
Oh, he was barely of his right mind when we set him off. Kept rambling about some great evil in his homeland. Something that seems akin to a plague, but something more.
Alright, and what are these abilities that you think could help you, my ass?
Let's just say he had an ability to make all sorts of arcane, regardless of where they originated from, inert. Think of it as an anti-magic zone, but one that you can control willingly.
That is a powerful ability.
Yes, quite.
Showing nothing on his face, I could perhaps help you, but
He-
besides the finances, what else do you offer?
Well, should you complete this task for me, and if you do not wish to, I understand, no offense had. I will assist you with whatever your quest is for Lady Aresh. We are all champions.
Can I insight him on that?
Absolutely. Go ahead. You're more than welcome to, yeah. Natural 20.
I wish, but no.
Bing.
Turns out he was a only child. No.
Now they gonna be a 12.
A 12. He's very difficult to read because of his lack of emotion, right? There's been
I know how
His-
people feel.
his tonality, right, is just a deadpan. There's slight ups in his voices, but it's never like an up because of some sort of joy or emotion, right? It's just naturally how he speaks, you know?
Okay.
But that's what he's offered you, you know, if you assist him, he will assist you, basically a little tit for tat.
Let me talk with my companions and I'll give you an answer to that.
Of course. Aiden, if you would not mind, I think we need to tend to your wounds. And Aiden looks, he goes, yeah, I agree.
If you won't mind, Aiden, one more question.
For me?
Yeah, for you.
Sure.
Where exactly is this garden from here?
Oh, well, that's across the sea. You're going to need to get, and you see,
I'm assuming it's far from the library as well.
the Garden of Lyceum. Well, I'm about to get into that.
Okay.
Are you saying this out loud to Aiden or like a whisper?
Oh, no, that was a whisper.
A whisper? Oh, okay. Oh, I have to
Mhm.
do a perceptual. How do I'll let you decide.
I mean, I'm not like overtly
Natural
trying
one.
to
He
hide
did not.
it.
He no,
Okay.
didn't hear you. Natural one.
Alright.
Oh, the garden and the library are one and the same.
And I heard this place, the graveyard of the world.
That's on the opposite end. That's at the highest peak of Loria. It's to the north, far north.
From here.
Yes. Yeah, we're on the east coast.
Okay. Are there any fast ways to get there?
Well, where?
The graveyard.
The graveyard.
Mhm.
I mean, you could always commission a carriage rider if you want. There have been great developments in these new things. They're called automobiles, steam-powered vehiculars.
Oh, I saved it.
Natural 20. That can get you there a lot faster than if you were to travel by horse or foot.
Okay.
By foot, it would be several days. Quite a, well, funny enough, it's often gone by foot to do pilgrimage.
Interesting.
But if you want, I really recommend asking Enkar. He'll know more.
Alright. And Ankar's your friend over there, I'm assuming?
Yes, right up there.
And how long to get to the garden?
Oh, that'll be a couple days sea travel. Unfortunately, there's only one individual crazy enough to go there.
Alright. Okay. Let me talk to the other two, and even though Uno right now is real quiet
Yeah,
today.
he's just staring. He's glaring. He's trying to incite the crap out of this, but he can't get past that lack of emotion on Enkar's face.
He'll get some practice with me if
Yeah.
not. I give a polite nod, and I'll see myself out. And you said not 3 times.
No, you. Are you saying this to Aiden or
Yeah, to
no?
Aiden.
So it's only if you're looking to get in to knock 3 times with your left hand, then put your thumb over the people
Got it.
and make sure it's with the left if you ever decide to come back. Nasty things happen if it's with the right.
Understood. Yeah, I really knew coming into memory.
Keep mine
and,
now.
I don't have that unfortunately.
No, not yet. Not yet.
I should have, but no. I'm gonna go and find Astraios.
So you're gonna find Astraios?
I'm
Okay.
gonna attempt to.
Okay. So while this conversation is going on, Astraios, are you okay? So Aiden begins to head upstairs as you're going towards the door. But while this conversation is being had, Astraios, what are you doing? You're just waiting outside patiently. You're the only one out there. I'm waiting for him to cause like a civil war all of a sudden.
Oh my god.
And he's rolling the dice, folks. Let's see. He's laying the dice aside.
All I'm hearing in my head is let the bodies hit the floor.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
right, I'm gonna make my way towards the sign that I saw.
Okay, so you leave the confines of the gates, and the gates, they closed as you entered, but as you were about to approach, it's like the doors at a grocery store. They open,
Mm-hmm.
and you step out. Good. So you make your way to this, right? And like before, you go to the right alleyway, and you have to align yourself properly because it's not just clearly just like something being drawn. It's like a one of those angular puzzles that you have to figure out. You have to line up in the right way, like the Riddler trophies back in the old Batman games, or not old, but the Arkham games.
Yeah,
Yeah. So you line yourself up properly, and you see this symbol. What are you doing?
Okay. I'm gonna look around the area to see if I see other symbols besides. Like, I'm gonna take a 360.
So you're gonna go around
area.
the entire block, or
No. I'm just gonna turn.
oh, you're just gonna
Like,
turn?
just to see if I can see with eyes. Just if I can eyeball it. See if
Okay.
I can see any symbols like I saw with this one. Investigate.
Okay. Give me an investigation roll with advantage because you did roll a natural 20 last time. 2 natural 20s. So I did not forget that.
Bang.
So just give me 2 rolls with advantage.
13.
And the roll is going to be significantly
No.
low for the dice check.
2 13s. So
Okay.
19 total.
19 total?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, you actually see a variety of different symbols. Some elvish, some dwarvish, some in similar nature to the one that you found. What you can gather from this, maybe there's some sort of underground type of, like almost like a black market situation going on, or maybe some sort of hidden, like a speakeasy possibly. You're not quite sure the nature of it, but clearly something hidden, and there are multiple different, let's say, consumers of this market.
I was just about to ask that. So for every symbol that I see and I could tell the race and different things
Mhm.
from it, do I see people related to those things in that area?
Yes, you do. So in this area, you notice that there are significantly a lot of elves in this area, right?
Mm-hmm.
You notice that there are some dwarves as well, and another race that you notice that there are quite a lot of are humans as well. You're not stranger to human, being a human yourself, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, these are the 3 races that have kind of clustered here. It's a very Tolkien-like thing. The only race missing from here, pretty much, are hobbits or halflings. Yeah.
Okay. do I see any? Not that I know what any abyssal demon would look like or anything like that. Would I notice people like, how can I put this? That they look like they're in disguise. That they're not like, they're trying to hide in the open. But if you like really pay attention to somebody to see like, I'm really trying to scan to see if I see anything out of the ordinary.
Give me a perception roll.
So essentially, it's like room.
Yeah, basically.
Okay,
so
so 17.
Yeah.
17 total. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so what's funny enough, some of these humans here, right? You see that some of them, it's odd too, because in such a place, it's, such a large city, right? Which usually cities tend to be like big melting pots of various different cultures and races, right? There are a few people who you would assume are tieflings, right? Some people who have, and it's not like a disguise, like they have fake skin on, right?
Mhm.
It's some of them have like contacts in, right, to hide what their eyes actually look like. You can tell because around where the contacts are, you can clearly see where that contact is, right? Another thing that you notice is people who have tend to have bushy hair, right, or swept back hair. You normally see, right? You can see almost the faint showings of horns that have been
okay.
like Hellboy horns that have been shaved off or trimmed down. Yeah. And you do notice that there are some people who actually are walking and they kind of have like a weird gait to them, right? Where they're walking in a weird way, but it's possibly because they might be hiding a tail. So, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna use detect magic.
Okay. What are you trying to do exactly for detect magic?
I'm trying to see if there's any secret doors or anything that's being hidden.
And what's the radius of detect magic?
Hold on. 30 feet.
30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So make sure to cross off the spell slot, and
Yeah.
whatever spell level it is, and first level.
Mm-hmm. Yes, first level.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what you do notice with this detect magic spell, there is a faint, and I mean very faint, going down this alleyway, right? And it only lasts for about the 30 feet from where you cast it.
Mm-hmm.
Trickle of gold. Like it looks like gold dust. Think whenever you click the stick in the Witcher game, right? Where that trail just pops up, or like Fable where the trail just pops up.
Oh,
Something like that.
Okay.
And it's going down this alleyway. And then as soon as that 30 feet ends, it just cuts dead off.
And I only see it that one alleyway, right? I don't see any
Just
magic
that one,
anywhere else.
just that one alleyway.
You rate the whole spell.
Oh, wait, hold on, give me 1 second.
Get into that habit, bro.
Oh yeah, you can see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by a foot of stone, an inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood and dirt. Okay.
So, with that,
Hmm.
you also notice that the sigils that are on these walls, right, are very well magic too. Yes. Something akin to possibly, and you're familiar with these arcane arts because it's a very starter arcane ability, prestidigitation, right? So, same thing with this gold dusting that's on the ground that's going somewhere as well. But there's also an illusory magic on top of it to hide it. So they went out of their way to cast. Someone went out of their way to cast it, and then someone else went out of their way to cast another spell to hide it and only be seen by potentially what you can assume individuals who are meant to see this.
Or people who don't roll 2 natural
20s, exactly, in a row. The aspects favor.
Okay, hold on.
Lots of
You gotta give me. I'm sorry for this dead shit over. You just gotta.
Do you
give
want
me
me
a
to cut over
second.
to?
Yeah. Yes, please.
Okay, so we'll cut over to Mirthal. Mirthal, you leave the house. This manor. Astraios isn't there. He's gone. It's just you and Udil now.
Astraios?
You say how loud are you saying that?
Let's just say at a slightly high shout.
Okay. Astraios, give me perception with disadvantage.
Oh. Oh man. Okay.
Perception
Okay.
disadvantage,
Hold
please.
on. No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got you. 10.
10.
Yeah.
You think you hear something, but it's like,
Oh.
like when you're in a city, right? You think you hear someone who calls your name, but maybe it's just like something like someone else just talking to someone else,
Essentially, you heard it random year.
Well.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard like a random year.
Plus,
That's canon now. No.
Plus, I heard it far in the background because I'm really concentrating on
Yeah,
this shit.
yeah, you're
now.
really focused on this.
Yeah, mhm.
So, no response from Astraios.
Oh, dear. What mess have we got ourselves into?
Udil crosses his arms and he looks at you and he goes, "Well, I don't know about you, but I think I need a drink. I'm gonna head over see if I can find a pub or tavern, and get my whistle a little wet."
All right. Well, I'll meet Matt here.
Yeah, that sounds good. What time? Or around what time? And right now I forgot what time we got
Yeah,
here.
we got here night early afternoon.
Early afternoon. Yeah.
Whatever.
I'd say it's about midday right now.
It's about midday.
Yeah.
All right. Let's say hour past or so. I don't know how long since ain't been fine Astraios.
We'll make it 2. I think I can have some
He
fun in
said-
that time.
He's really the only one. Now that something's going on, you already know.
Yeah, that's true.
What's your opinion on this? And you want to help him or?
I have my reasons for wanting to possibly help that guy, Anger, whatever his name is. It doesn't seem too off the level, but he's not being forthright with everything, I don't think.
No, but neither are we, to be fair.
No, that's true, and we can't just assume malicious intent on his part.
Oh, no. Definitely some kind of intent, but what kind, who knows?
Yeah.
Mhm.
For now, I think it's a matter of devil may care, or devils may care. If he can get us to where we have to go, and maybe we can negotiate possibly some free travel, because if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be pretty expensive to get to the garden.
It
if
is.
that's where we're going.
And I also need to get to that mountain, that graveyard as well.
True.
So, I don't know when you have to go for yours, but
That's a good question. Hopefully, if we find yours, we can figure out what's going on with mine.
hopefully so.
Yeah, and hopefully I can get back home.
Assuming that champions are really supposed to help each other.
We'll see. So
Well,
far, it's been proven right.
Either way, I got the mat, so
You too. Thank you.
see you in 2 hours. Enjoy the drinks.
Thank you. I need one. And you see Udil goes off to enjoy his liquid
Oh, wait,
libations.
before you go,
go ahead.
I passed him an empty flask.
Ye-
Fill me up
What's your poison?
right now, anything.
All
And
right.
I tossed him some gold coins just for the hell of it.
He takes it and he looks at you and he says, "All right, your funeral." And he goes off.
I give him a shuttle and
Yeah.
I go searching for Astraios. Which
All
will
right.
probably give me an adventure in itself.
Yes, it will. So Udil goes off to find the nearest tavern or pub and bring you back something obvious that you can tell that will knock you on your ass, possibly if you have it. And as you're looking for Astraios, give me just okay, so there are 2 ways to go when you're leaving. You can go down the way Udil went, which is left, or you could go right.
I'm gonna go right.
You're going to go right?
Yeah.
Cool. Investigation roll with advantage. We're going to go back to Astraios.
I'm gonna go look for them because I need. I
14.
think I'm gonna need their help.
Okay, so just as you say that and you step out of the alleyway and into the main thoroughfare of the sidewalk, right? You bump right into Mirthal, like smack dab, like what a coincidence, that type of thing.
Okay. So I'm gonna go into my pocket. I'm gonna take 2 gold coins out, and I'm just gonna. It looks like I'm gonna be rubbing them like with
Okay.
my thumb, but I'm gonna be using magical. I'm not gonna. You guys aren't gonna know what I'm doing.
Right.
I'm gonna use magical tinkering on it,
Okay.
and I'm gonna write something on the coins.
Okay.
So,
Cool. Just remember what that is, and yeah. So you bump into Mirthal.
oh,
Yeah, Astraios. It's nothing for you.
oh, cool. Can you take these? Can you buy me something, please? And I'm gonna give him 2 gold coins, and it says "need help" on the coins. And I go like this to make sure he looks at the coins.
Need help? Okay.
can you just get me something over there? And I just point in a random direction.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna be. I'll see you in a couple minutes, and I just leave.
I give a nod, and
You want to do anything, or is that
yeah, I'm gonna play along.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in that random direction. Doesn't
Okay.
look like anything that I possibly buy from.
there are
that
several
stall.
street vendors? Like, think of this as like a pre-Rona New York City, right?
Cool. I'm going to the hot dogs.
Okay.
The dirty water stand.
The dirty water dog. So
Dirty
yes,
water
there
dog.
is an equivalent to that here. You go to this. It's who you assume to be a human. At this dirty water dog stand, and just looks at you. What can I get you?
What do you have? I'm new in town.
Ah, new to Kingsport. Well, you have to have the King's special
Sorry. I know if I should.
then.
It's not that kind of game. I don't have to worry.
No, you don't. You don't have to worry. You're not in some seedy back alley place. This is out in the open with people all around you.
Yeah, let me have two, please.
Dude. Oh, well, then you've got quite the appetite.
Well, I have a friend. I gotta buy some food for him as well.
How thoughtful. And so he
And while he's doing that,
yeah.
I'm gonna try and keep my eye on him.
Okay.
Nonchalantly.
Give me a stealth roll. Are you trying to be stealthy about this?
No,
No,
I'm just not trying to. I'm just not trying to draw attention to myself. But
Okay.
I'm not like trying to sneak through the whole crowd to get somewhere special. I just,
Okay. What's your passive perception? 13?
It's 13.
13? Okay, depending on what he's trying to do, and you're not being actively stealthy?
No.
Okay, then yeah, you can, through one eye, you're not even focusing on the
I'm sorry, it's 11.
11?
Yeah.
That's still enough. Because he's not actively trying to be stealthy. So, what are you trying to do, Astraios?
I needed to go find a pub around this area, see if there's
Okay.
a place I could go get a drink,
Mhm.
and I'm walking there first.
Okay, yeah, there are several pubs actually around this area. Surprisingly enough, what you pick up from this area, think of it as Lower East Side type,
Okay.
right?
Now, I want to see if I could notice how many people are different from what they look like, what they're trying to present themselves to
From
be.
your previous roll, right? You don't have to roll again for this. You're able to make out that there aren't a lot that are doing this. You do notice that there are a handful, right,
Mm-hmm.
that are particularly the ones of the tiefling, right,
With the horns and all
with the
that.
horns and everything like that. But yeah, that's what you notice. You know, there aren't too many. We'll say out of like the hundreds that are here, right, or maybe even thousands that are here, right, that you can just like make out in your periphery.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like 15. Not really that many.
Okay. So
So
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna walk up to the bartender or whoever it is.
okay, so you're going into. Oh, so you went into
Yes,
the bar.
Yes, I'm going into the bar.
Oh,
No, I'm
okay. I
walking
didn't know.
into the
I
bar.
thought
No.
you were outside.
No,
still.
no, I'm
oh,
going into
there
the
are
bar.
even less then. There's only
Okay.
about like 3 then. Sorry, I
No,
thought you were
no,
outside
no,
still.
No.
Okay, so yeah, there are only about 3, right? Again, of the tiefling variety. This place pretty much reminds you of, well, in real life I can compare it to someplace like a CBGB's. It's a really like grimy looking on the inside type of bar, but it's definitely a place that probably if the walls could talk would talk you to death.
Oh, the sandbox.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Yeah, my
I was
mom
think-
used to work there, and his stepdad was. The
I was thinking
owner.
Clockwork,
Yeah.
but yeah, that too.
So-
Or CBGB's. May it rest in peace. Anyway. But yeah, so while that's happening, while you go into the bar, you see these handful of individuals. You see him duck into this bar.
What does he need help with? Mirthal thinking in his head, but he gets into.
The name of the bar, by the way, is the Broken Tusk.
A Rogan Tusk. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that really does sound familiar. But anyway,
It's and the sign is clearly it's of a boar's head, right? The eyes are crossed, right, like inward, not wall-eyed, and there's one of the tusks obviously is broken.
okay.
Isn't the Broken Tusk from WoW?
I know
that-
it isn't sound.
I
It
have
sounds-
no idea
it
if
sounds-
that's
that
if
sounds
that's
so familiar.
if that okay
Yo.
if that's the case,
It's
that is
okay.
just serendipitous
no,
right there.
That's fine.
No,
That's just
It-
that.
that
I
sounded
have
so
nothing-
familiar, like the Broken Tusk. Like
and mad positive for me for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Okay, that was coincidental if that's the
No,
case.
that's fun.
It's been years since I played. Since Legion, basically, is when I had played WoW last.
yeah, I would think that from WoW, no, so just say
Okay,
that.
I have no idea. So yeah, you see him duck into this bar. The guy gives you the two king specials, right? It's a dog with literally everything on it, and it's almost like a hot dog sandwich in a way, where it's like chili, chives, everything you can possibly, onions, mustard, what is it? Relish. Everything is on this, and he tops it off with another hot dog,
Holy
and it's
shit.
2 of those. It's the king special.
Don't ever doubt me again.
Was it a WoW thing?
Don't ever doubt me again. Yeah, it's in
It's-
Orgrimmar.
Oh,
And I know it's in Orgrimmar.
I have no idea,
yeah.
dude. I had no idea. Dude, damn. Okay, so you see him dive into the broken tusk. God damn, I gotta work on different names now. Just gotta make sure they're not WoW names.
It's okay, we're gonna find them.
Yeah.
It was just coincidental. You were gonna come up with it eventually, and it
Yeah.
don't matter. I
Go
was just
ahead.
like, I know that's from WoW. I was in Orgrimmar enough of my life to
Yeah.
know.
And it's funny, that's by her. That was funny, that was her.
That's great.
And the girl.
So you see him duck into the bar. You have these 2 king special. You paid this gentleman already. Are you, what are you doing? You're gonna chase after him, eat one?
I'm gonna eat one and
Okay.
get after him. And then what the hell does he need help with? If he's
Okay,
not
so
interested?
as you make your way to the Broken Tusk, which isn't too far from where you are, we cut back to man. There's a lot of cutting in this one. Astraios.
I asked the bartender for a drink, and if I could borrow a piece of paper.
You see
If I could get a piece of paper and a writing instrument, please.
Okay. The bartender looks at you a little slack-jawed,
Mm-hmm.
right? Writing utensil.
Write something down with, like a
Quill,
quill, a pen, or something.
You see, he looks at you. He looks around, and you look around quickly too. This doesn't look like a place where a lot of people do a lot of writing, let alone anything else. They do a lot of drinking, which he's able to get you a drink. Poison.
Whatever.
Your funeral.
Give me the bar special. Give me the bar special.
The name of the episode, Your Funeral.
Your funeral. That is going to be the perfect. There you go, Ernie. You made the episode right now. Your funeral. And he goes off to get you a your funeral. No, I'm just kidding. The bar special. That could be the name of the drink. Your funeral. Takes a few seconds, right? He comes back, and you see he has what looks like a used napkin, right? and a piece of charcoal.
Oh. Okay.
It's the best I can do. Had to take that from the chef. He wasn't too happy. And he slides it to you, and this drink, it's in a stein, right? And immediately there is a very sweet but pungent odor coming from it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. You can't see the color liquid because the head blocks it.
Thank you. And I have to take a drink.
And he goes off. He goes, my pleasure. If you need anything, let me know. And so he goes off. As you're drinking, right, as you get to this drink, I'll describe your drink in a second. Mirthal enters the bar. Mirthal doesn't take long. He stands out in this place, right, compared to everyone else here, right? So you spot him fairly quickly. What are you doing? And you see he's putting this drink to his lips.
Oh yeah, he needed a lot of help. I make my way over to him.
Okay.
Probably gonna eat this after that.
And so he makes his way to you, and the way the drink tastes, at first it tastes very creamy, which is weird, right? It has like almost like this creamy texture to it, and it begins sweet, then gets sour, then
What am I, a fucking Sour Patch Kid?
quickly turns turns bitter, and then you keep drinking, and it just gets bitter and bitter and bitter.
Black
Right?
House.
Yeah, Black House.
Drinking Black
Yeah,
House.
thank you.
AKA Blackout.
Black. I'm lying.
I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
You about Blackout, bitch.
Yep.
Don't worry, I'll hold your hair back.
It's so funny how coincidental I'm making these
natural
references.
natty 19
Oh, nice.
plus
That succeeds anyway, but I just want to hear what the whole roll is.
hold on. I.
You know what? It really is him. Really
Oh my
bad
God,
memory, bro.
23.
23.
My con is +4.
You are fine. You drink this, and whether it's to your liking is up to you. But it had that it has a weird creamy texture, right? It winds up being sweet, then it goes sour, and then just hits you with nonstop bitter. And there's a little bit of a burn on the back of your tongue. Nothing crazy, just like a little think like a fireball type burn.
So, I don't drink the whole thing in one shot. I have
Okay.
a little bit. I put it down. I go high.
Here you go.
Okay, just put it down.
I put
And
it
he
down
gives you
real
this this hot dog, right? It's about yay, right? And it has every type of topping: chili, onions, relish, mustard, everything you could possibly imagine, and it's topped off with another dog.
How dirty is this napkin?
You can imagine. You could still see some parts where that used to be white. It's more of like a tan color.
Is it easier for me to write on the napkin or write on the
bar?
The bar.
The napkin. Yeah,
The
the
napkin?
bar. The bar is grimy.
Okay.
You can see where the condensation of certain mugs have been, right? Have
Uh-huh.
actually cleared away some of the grime and revealed the true color of the actual wood. Now, if it was the true color of the wood, you were probably better off with the wood. But since it's very grimy and dirty, you're better off with this napkin.
Okay, I'm gonna write with the charcoal. I'm gonna try my best
Okay.
to write "not real" on the napkin.
Okay. You write "not real" on the napkin. Is it in common or some different language or?
Oh, I don't know the languages he knows. It would have to be in
Okay.
common,
Okay.
just so you can understand it.
Gotcha.
So, and then I try to show it to him while being like
Oh, no, I get it.
conspicuous.
A little coy.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
I wave a finger, and I kind of press in this same sensation of the charcoal, so now the napkin is blank.
Okay. You can technically clean the
I know.
napkin too.
I know.
I just
But I don't know if he's
Yeah.
doing that for a reason.
yeah,
so
exactly.
I could have cleaned the whole Mars.
True.
So I finished the drink, and then I put it down, and I grabbed the hot dog, and I'm like, "Let's go. We gotta go."
Okay. So
Before you knew, I waved my finger again,
Mm-hmm.
and a little smoke appeared from the napkin. Was not real. And I wave my finger again after I think you run it, and it disappears.
Well, I don't answer. I just keep walking until you follow me.
And without you saying anything, I pull up my hood and I follow.
so you guys leave the Broken Tusk and enter the main thoroughfare of Kingsport again.
So what did you find out in the place you went to?
Essentially, there's some other champion there.
Mm-hmm.
They also have a quest. They're trying to get information on what mine is.
Mm-hmm.
Being that I don't know them, it's none of the truth group mine, see how much they help. They offered us some more work in that library we're heading to.
Mm-hmm.
It's also called the Garden. There's somebody there he wants found and wants us to ask him to help him if he's still there and alive.
Well, what do you think we should do?
I mean, we could do well and make another ally here. Even if it's just temporary. I also gotta go up north to the mountain, that graveyard I told you about, to see if I can find more answers for this. But what is it you're worried about?
I whispered to him. I'm like, some people aren't people,
Okay.
and there's magic around.
Some people are persecuted in certain places.
No, there's magic everywhere around here.
Okay.
Um,
And there's also, from what I heard too, like steam-powered vehicles here.
yeah, but it's hiding something. There's magic that's hiding other magic. You don't do that unless you don't want to be found.
Show me.
I'll try.
Point away.
Okay. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna lead him to the spot. but
Okay.
I'm gonna try to make sure we aren't followed.
Okay, give me a perception roll.
Okay.
You want to give him give a perception roll too?
I'll hold him out.
I
Okay,
got a
advantage then. Advantage
Oh,
then.
all right. Okay, so 18, and where's my perception? Oh, 18. 19 total. Don't worry, I got all these good rolls now. Wait till combat. 1, 4.
I told you I'm not planning on combat today, but I can always change. Remember, it's
We'll see what happens.
there are two sayings in life. If you want to make a DM cry, introduce them to players.
You
The
right.
other is if you want to make God laugh, tell him you have a plan.
Yeah. That is true. That is true.
So, you don't get the feeling that you're being followed. You do get the feeling, though, that there are eyes on you. From where, you can't quite tell, and what their intent is, you can't quite tell either. You just get, because through your experience and your past, you know when you're being watched because you are the one who you are the watchman who usually watches others, right? And just from that experience alone, you get the vibe that someone's doing that to you. From where and who, you cannot tell. There are just so many people walking by. Nobody looks like anything of interest.
Okay. But I sense this though,
Yes,
right?
it's
It's
a
really
sixth
bothering,
sense.
like it's
Yes,
in my gut. All right.
Yes.
So while we're walking to here, I'm gonna let him know. I'm like something doesn't feel right. Like nothing bad is gonna happen to us now, but it's just my gut has rarely been wrong, and my gut is just screaming. Something's looking at me, and I have that feeling because that's how I look at people, and I just don't know where it is.
Okay.
And I don't know, it's because I'm around here too much. After this, I'm gonna need you to memorize it because I'm gonna try to be around here where nobody could ever see me again around here.
Okay.
So what I tell you, like, unless you're really not adept at it, if you're not good at it to notice these things, then I won't tell you because then I'm just wasting my breath. But if you can understand these things a little bit, hopefully from after what you see, I'd never have to tell you about it again
Understood.
because it doesn't feel right.
All right.
This area, if you look at it a certain way, I'm not going to stand exactly there because then I'm going to give myself away more. You see things from here, and there's a magic blocking that magic, but you have to look for it. I can't show it to you.
All right. I'm gonna nonchalantly walk to the area he thought.
Give me a performance roll.
Oh shit. That is gonna be.
Natural 20. Oh, yeah. No, I wish.
Bitchin'.
I love when players roll natural 20s. It's weird.
15.
15?
Mhm.
You nonchalantly, in your best way, you walk. There's nothing.
Well,
That sticks out when it comes to, like, looking at you, that type of thing.
it's not my first time.
Yeah.
So I knew what I was trained to do.
Mhm.
I know for the things that people are hiding.
Okay.
Yeah, I try to see what he's talking about. What magic?
Give me an investigation roll with. Oh, okay. So you're looking for magic, or are you looking for clue?
Both.
Both.
But I'll start with clue first.
Investigation, then.
That is going to be a 12.
Okay. It takes you a few minutes, right? But then you notice what he noticed. By a few minutes, I mean maybe 15, 20,
Okay.
right? Because it doesn't stand out to you at first. But then you do notice when you look at a certain angle, you see that abyssal writing on the wall. Do you know abyssal?
No, I don't.
Okay. You don't know what it means or what it says. It's an abyssal rune.
Let me just check one thing. I have
okay.
the,
Oh, do you have that
I don't know if
invocation
I have it. I'll
that
remember
lets
if I
you?
took it. Yeah,
Oh,
you
okay.
know what I'm thinking of.
So-
Yes.
What if I
While
do?
he's looking for it,
Okay.
I'm gonna. So he had, okay from
No, I don't.
You don't? Okay.
okay. So from where he is, he has to walk towards the thing. So I'm behind him.
How
when-
far are you from him? What's the birth?
I don't know, maybe 20 feet away from him.
Okay.
Or something
Okay.
like that.
You don't look like you're even with him right now.
I'm gonna tinker on the wall, and I'm gonna say, just pay attention for the magic. So when he walks by, he could hear he knows what my voice sounds like.
Okay.
So he could hear it.
You hear a whisper that says that.
Okay. I don't make any acknowledgement of it,
Mm-hmm.
And
and
then
I start looking for the magic.
Arcane?
and I leave.
God, give me an Arcana roll.
And I leave.
And you just leave? Where are you heading?
I would have told you to meet me back at the.
No, I'll find you. I'm very.
That's a natural one.
Natural one.
No.
Damn it. I hate.
I'll tell you the total.
Yeah.
It's a skill check technically, but
Oh no.
Let's see what this.
Here too.
A 2. Oh.
Oh no.
Woo, you're missing the other 0 behind that though.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So unfortunately, because of the natty 1, I hate natty 1s. I'm probably one of the few
It
games who
what
hate them.
is.
Because I love giving out lore, or giving out clues like this, especially when it's like a mystery thing. Anyway, you can't you don't see it. You don't see this magic that he's talking about, and there's like a puzzlement in your mind. You're like, how did he discover this? I see the clue, but where's he getting this magic from? Magic
Yeah.
on top of magic? Who goes that? It's starting to like you've dealt with seeking out individuals who don't want to be found, right? You understand that, right? But someone to go at this length to do something like that, to add just an extra layer on top of it, seems a little too much
Yeah.
in this instant, particularly in a city, because in a city, the lengths at which you have to do so, because there are so many people in a city, right, and there are so many eyes, means you would have to go to a ridiculous length to do so.
Okay.
Especially something this close to someone who apparently keeps track of people as well.
Well, after not being able to figure it out, I start heading back.
Okay, so
I figure if I don't see him, I'll just head back to the manor eventually.
yeah,
when it
so
comes to
you
the
guys,
manor.
is there anything you wanted to do, or just reconvene back at the manor?
I am going to try to follow him
Okay,
to see if I see eyes on him
give me
as well.
perception roll.
19 total.
Okay.
I'm. Here we go. I please don't get into combat today, because
So
Ravnor's coming back.
that's a throwback. One shot that almost turned into a campaign.
Yep.
Woo! Anyway, I love you, Damien.
Yeah.
So you don't notice someone following him, but what you do notice, and this could be possibly maybe some residual effect of the detect magic, or maybe just possibly you're just so used to seeing, keeping an eye out for anything involving the arcane, especially when it's involved with subterfuge of any kind, right? Or guile.
Mm-hmm.
You do notice that there is something watching your companion. What? You can't quite see the shape of it, but all you can make out is somewhat of the way that a light hits a camera lens, that type of effect. And then as quick as you see it, it's gone. Whether it disappeared or whether it just moved in a way where the light no longer hits it.
But where did I see this thing at? Where was it pertaining to him?
Pertaining to him, if he's you're in the alleyway,
Yeah.
right? If he's in the alleyway, it's hovering at least maybe like 20, 30 feet above, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's about in the middle of the street.
Okay. So since okay, so now here my question is,
Yes.
because detect magic, if it had a faint thing, it would still bring up a faint aura if magic was around it. Does
Right.
that aura?
That I said,
only laugh for a certain amount of
Oh,
right.
yeah,
That's
hold on,
why
give
I
me a
said
second. Yeah, hold
you
on, let me
don't
see.
know whether it was possibly a
Oh, that's a
residual
fact.
effect, maybe, or possibly
Mhm.
just from
Mhm.
years of being around the arcane as an artificer.
Oh, after
Right.
10 minutes. Okay.
Yeah. So 10 minutes have passed, right?
Yep.
But who knows? Things function differently in this world. You've come to realize. So you're not willing to take anything too far from granted. You're too smart for that. you know?
So the twinkle of light. You said it was like
it was
little,
it was like a light sheening off of a lens flare, like off of like a camera lens.
Did it look like it come from high,
It was
mid, or low?
it was high up. It was, like I said, about 30 feet up, 20, 30 feet up.
No. I'm talking about from where I saw it. From the area where I saw it.
From
Was
where you
it
saw it.
high? Was it
Low.
low?
So the sheen was low. Like you caught the whatever the bottom end of it would be.
Oh, okay.
And it from what you saw and where you saw where the curvature of this object is, it mustn't be that big.
Did it, when it went away, did it look like it shot away or straight vanished?
Straight vanished.
Hmm. All right, I guess I'm gonna keep following him
I
until I
love
find
this.
his best. I'm gonna keep following him conspicuously, like trying my hardest not to
Okay.
get no, like not like duck and bob weave
And
hundreds of people. I'm just
Mirthal,
trying
you're
to
just
like,
looking to go back to the manor?
Yeah. How far was the manor anyway?
Not that far, actually. It's
Yeah.
only about maybe 40, 50 feet from this alleyway, right? Do with that as you see fit. But yeah, so he goes back to the manor. Do you meet up with him in the manor? You stop acting inconspicuous? Do you like try to meet up with him, or are you still trying to just watch as everything?
I'm gonna go to the bathroom, like the public. If they have a public area to use a bathroom,
There are no public areas to
Uh-huh.
in here, right? There's no like porta potties or anything like that either. No outhouses. You can try to see if maybe a local shop has what can be equivalent to a bathroom.
Okay, so I'm gonna go. We went to the manor. We're all sharing the same room, or no? In this manor,
You guys
You don't have
haven't,
any
you haven't
room
made
here.
any. You
we
never,
haven't even made. All right,
you haven't asked for anything. You know, I was surprised that conversation ended pretty short with Ankar.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't expecting me going off. That
Right,
far from
right.
the manor.
I guess
Well,
I just follow him
Mirthal
into the
wasn't
manor for
anyway.
right now.
Okay, so you go back to the manor. You meet up with Mirthal. Go ahead.
So, what are we doing? Are we resting and leaving tomorrow?
We're definitely gonna rest a bit. It's been a long day. Well, a long morning anyway.
Yeah, I agree. I think we should get a room or two.
Definitely. But I do want to let these people know that we'll be taking their work, or because you never really gave me a solid answer.
We've got the dice rolling here, folks.
Yep.
Let's see what he's doing.
Hold on.
So,
Let's see what the winds of chaos have in store for
oh
us.
my God. Sometimes they're favorable and sometimes they're not. So far, it's been pretty good for you guys today.
Oh no, so
Yeah.
far. So
No combat.
Of course. Now I said if I get a 5, I have to re-roll,
And you got a 5?
and I got a 5.
Oh,
of
Lord
course.
help
Come
me.
on.
You're rolling the bone die, as Bob would say.
Well, I don't know. Cause he's using D100.
Oh, he's using
Um,
D100? I thought he was
yeah,
I thought he rolled
normally-
a,
Bob
Five.
does at D6.
No, D100 and a D10 together.
Oh, I thought you were rolling a bone die. My bad.
No.
He's doing
That was a-
percentile, folks.
Gotcha.
Something I have to talk to you about before we leave or do anything.
Okay. I believe if we do it inside here, it would be less conspicuous. You tell me.
We just have to be careful who hears, because I really don't know how deep this goes.
All
Jason Bourne. No.
right.
Were you able to see the magic that I told you about?
I'll be honest with you. I had trouble. I don't see it.
Now, while he's talking to me, while he's talking to me, I'm gonna try to look
Mm-hmm.
to see if I can see what I saw earlier.
Perception roll with advantage. Because you know what you're looking for. There's a specific thing you're looking for. So you're more honed in on it. It's like looking for a red car and you constantly see red cars.
Please, no combat. 19.
19?
No combat. Yeah.
You guys are in front of the manor, right? Strangely enough, you don't notice anything here, right? However, there are a series of statues in front of the manor, right? A variety of different creatures, right?
Mhm.
Some that you recognize, right? Some that you don't. And you notice that these statues, you look into their eyes, and as the light hits it, the midday sun hits the eyes of these creatures, it gives off a similar sheen to the sheen that you saw from whatever it was that was following your companion.
I'm used to people hiding their traps, but I can't fathom why they would do in Sesame City?
It's all around us.
If I haven't guessed, they want only certain people to know.
But why? If it's such a big city, why hide such a big secret like that? Like,
I can't tell you. I know why. What everything's going on.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know, like
With my past, I say you let you know what you need to know, and that way the information doesn't get out. Like for instance, you create things, right? If there's something you want to tell me, you want a meet, you can make like a flying raven. I would know a meet you somewhere and we talk. I couldn't do the same.
yeah.
They're probably doing some kind of code. I never really told them what kind of what I used to do.
Do you like beauty? Do you believe in it? Or do you believe the saying, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder?
Everything is beautiful before it moves away.
I understand that, but that's not the
What
question I
really
asked you.
mean by that, though, is it's in the eye of the beholder. But just because it moves it away doesn't mean that beauty's not there anymore. To answer your question.
So then let me know all the beauty you see around here. And then we could talk.
All right.
And
So just want to say something. I know you guys are trying to talk with whispers, but it barely picks up on here.
Oh,
so yeah. So
Say
I
whispers.
just say we're talking in whispers, and I will
yeah.
acknowledge that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know because the thing is I don't know if it actually picked up some of those whispers. So.
Oh no!
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
That's good. They
I had
can
to
guess.
raise Ernie's audio a little bit, and I had to
Yeah.
raise your audio a little bit.
I
so.
guess the good. They could guess it, and then they could.
Yeah, if people
Play
ask,
along with us,
ask, he's like, "What happened?" I don't know. You got it's interactive, you know. But yeah, just say I want to whisper or we're whispering. That's
we'll
it.
start saying safe whisper, and then we'll
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
normally. But,
Yeah. So what are you guys doing?
yeah, so. Sorry, I almost did it again.
It's all good. It's all good.
I'm gonna go to the because I told him, just check the beauty all around, and I'm
Mhm.
gonna leave the manor now. Like
You're
I'm
just
gonna
gonna
go
leave the
outside
manor
the
grounds?
manor. Yeah,
Okay.
check. But I'm always gonna keep checking because I want to see if this thing moves or if there's a certain thing around that I'm looking for.
So are you still keeping an eye for the sheen?
Yes,
How far are you going?
I'm just going to the front of the manor and then just make it look like I'm trying to find somewhere to go.
Perception roll and perform. Okay, you get to choose performance or deception.
Performance or deception?
Or deception,
let me
and
see it.
then perception. The roll for actually no. You know what? Fuck it. You don't have to roll perception because you know what you're looking for. You've spotted it before. You've done it enough times. So, just give me a performance or deception, your choice.
Oh, they're both +1. I'm gonna try to do deception.
Okay. Give me a deception roll then.
Okay.
So you're trying to trick them into thinking you're walking away or something like that.
Look, 17 + 1,
18.
18.
Hey, you're doing good for these rolls.
Get into combat. Get into combat. You're gonna hold this whole thing down. I'm gonna hit a fucking.
Maybe.
I'm gonna hit
So
water.
wait,
I'm probably
so
gonna miss water.
What came first, the Dr. Vanish or the Damien?
The Dr.
You know what I'm
Damien.
saying, right?
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
When it is many complexities in life we can't answer.
If he's listening, love you, buddy.
I'll figure out what that is.
We'll explain it off air. We'll explain it off air. Just for the sake of privacy for this individual, because we don't know if this person wants their name out there or not. So,
Copy.
so just like when I say Bob, I'm saying it because I don't know if this person wants their name out or not.
Yeah.
Same thing with academic dice. Which thank you again. They're awesome. I haven't done much rolling tonight though. I did one roll and it was a natural one.
Yeah, that's a good thing. You did very well at academic.
Yeah. Yes.
For us.
They're in your corner. Anyway.
For the good ones. I mean,
So
he's the enemy now, damn it.
you walk. It's gonna be topsy turvy. 1s or 20s, 20s or 1s. Now,
Damn it.
you walk away.
Mm-hmm.
You don't notice anything. Nothing around.
Okay. I'm just gonna walk outside and wait.
I
Okay.
take a look around and see what he would try and point out.
Okay.
I know there was an underlying message.
Did you explain to him just quickly before you went away that what you saw, like you saw this thing watching
Nope.
him or anything? Nothing.
But he said about there's magic everywhere hiding things. So just Astraios being Astraios,
Right.
from what Mirthal learned about him, there's an underlying message to everything he's saying.
Give me
So,
an Arcana roll.
Alright.
Mirthal. Yes.
13.
13. Wow, that was
Yes.
quick. Damn.
I did it before when you were talking and explaining to him. But I didn't add the modifier to it.
Oh, okay.
My
I rolled
man.
an D20.
Gotcha. So something about these statues
Mm-hmm.
catches your eye. You're from years of rooting out secret sects that would, and that's spelled SCCT.
Yes, we
Um,
know, we know.
Okay.
Secret sexting, we got it. Yeah.
He's the ultra prude. No.
You only live this long by not being prude, damn it.
Succubus, Maya. Anyway,
Oh no, they do his thing with the touch. Wait, Ron,
Mirthal. This is a family cat now. Anyway,
No, he's not.
so most of this podcast is laughing at our stupid shenanigans.
Yep.
So I love it though. Um,
Hell yeah.
so you sense that there is some sort of magical presence to something involving these statues. Where you're not quite 100% sure.
Mhm.
And if he had told you, possibly, you probably could have rooted out maybe a little bit more.
Mhm.
But no, you do sense that there's something unique to these statues, and something that strikes you surprisingly about this area is, or this manor, everything looks symmetrical, but the statues, like the columns, the way the windows are spaced out evenly, right? But the statues themselves, there's not more than one of each of these creatures of these statues, right? So one statue's a manticore, but there's no other manticore. One statue's a griffin, there's no other griffin. One statue's of a raven, just a raven. One's even of a giraffe, and just a giraffe.
Interesting. All right, and I walk away and find Astraio once again.
How far did you go?
Not far. I just
You
waited
find him.
outside.
You find him quickly.
All right. You know, there's really in the semester, the symmetry.
Mhm.
I'm gonna butcher that word.
It's all good.
That's
It's all
alright.
good.
The symmetry of this place, but what's particularly beautiful are the statues.
What the fuck is their glow? Did you notice it?
I know this is something off. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely something.
But
Well, remember when we got
Uh,
in there?
Mirthal, sorry. Give me a retroactive stealth roll. This isn't or performance roll, whichever you prefer.
Sure.
Yeah.
You pick which one you want me to do.
You pick. I'll let you
want
pick.
me to pick?
Yeah, you pick.
I'm gonna go with stealth.
Okay, go with it.
Where the hell is it? Okay, so that is going to be. I'm not trained in either one, I don't think.
That's okay.
Perfect.
That's perfectly fine.
Yep. Oh no, I am. I am trained in stealth. So that makes it a 17.
17. Okay. Okay. Just wanted to know.
So I know it's something, but what I don't know. But when we originally got to the gate opened before we even touched it. And you remember Aiden saying, "Oh, he's up to the theatrics again." It has to be some kind of mewing smell or something to that effect. And then how would they open the door?
But isn't that a type of spell that's kind of easy to figure out?
Yes and no.
I mean,
Yes and no, because there's some spells where you can only see. There's some spells where you can only hear. And then there's some spells where you can do both. And to be able to interact with the gate, that's multiple castings at once. That's kind of hard to do. You know what I mean, right?
something seems real off, man. Why? I wish you could see. Did you at least see the markings?
I saw the marking, and it's like abyssal.
And, it
but
is abyssal.
I never.
Do I know
read
the
it.
word? What the sigil said?
Do you know the language?
I know abyssal.
You know abyssal?
Yes.
You know that it's not a word. Rather, it's like looking at Japanese kanji. It's what the character symbolizes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it symbolizes secret.
Mhm.
The legit. Excuse me. Sigil means secret. It legit means secret.
Alright, were you able to tell what kind of magic we're concealing?
No, I did detect magic, but it didn't tell me anything, which is weird because what kind of magic does that? Unless it's another magic on top of it, but that's just me being me and trying to
Or-
figure out 12 steps ahead.
Or is not only magic involved?
That
They
could.
have things that they would call automotives, steam power engines,
Mm-hmm.
so it's possible it would be some kind of technology
Oh.
along with the magic. Especially to say they have things that are advanced here, it's probably a blending of the two. Nothing here seems as simple as it should be.
I don't know. I saw something following you too. Like it was. Listen, my gut.
Then that tells me I'm more inclined to think that it's all surveillance. But how else do you keep a city this size in line?
You usually have a show of force. Your force wouldn't be non-existent because then people go rampaging.
There was a city
Mm-hmm.
that I went to a while back, and that's literally how they kept track. Everybody was magical surveillance, and then they sent in their forces. They knew what you were doing while you were doing it. It's possible with something like that here.
But why hide the tieflings?
The secrets here.
Oh,
In my
Yeah.
history, I would say they are one of the few people that are normally normal, but persecuted just for the way they look. If you didn't were to be attacked on sight just for the way they look, wouldn't you hide yourself? If you didn't have the power to defend yourself?
yeah, but if you have the power of order and everything through the surveillance, why would you have to fear for that? There has to be a reason why there's something called secret that only certain people can see it.
Because and normally devils aren't part of Missile.
Oh,
They're normally more inclined to speak further.
oh, okay.
But normally, just because the system's set up doesn't mean it's set up to protect you.
I don't know, something don't seem right.
A lot doesn't seem right, but we're too new to the city. We need to learn. That's why I think if we make eyes with these people and learn more, it'll help us greatly. Because right now, we're practically blind. And I don't know about you. I would like having a lot of information.
Ain't that the damn truth?
And as you say this, a older gentleman,
Uh-huh.
drow, or what you come to know as a drow, Mirthal, as well as you, Astraios. Here, they're actually called something else, but you don't know what that is. Approaches you, very well dressed, and seems to be wearing somewhat what could be synonymous with maybe like the outfit of a major D at a restaurant, something like that. And he approaches you and he goes, "You are requested at Master Angkar's again." And he hands both of you envelopes, wax seals, and the wax seal is of what you saw earlier of the hand, what he had in his hand, right, with the crown,
Okay.
with the tilted crown, with the skull yawning, with the U branch in his mouth. You don't know what that symbol means, unfortunately, Astraios. But what you think of it, that's up to you. Like I said, he goes, "You're expected to be there in a few hours. You will be joining Master Ankar for dinner. Well, he will be discussing something of great import. I recommend being there promptly, or just not showing up at all. Take care."
Salmonori. Elvis, farewell.
And he looks at you, smiles, bows his head in respect, and
I knew
walks
the
away.
same.
I just look at. I don't know what the wax thing is. Huh?
This
It's-
is Unkar, the person I was telling you about, and he had this on him. He's a champion.
A what?
Champion. Remember I told you how my mark is supposedly I'm a champion of arrest.
Oh yeah.
Remember
Oh.
I told you what I tried me Fontis as champion, but it didn't work out for whatever reason.
Oh yeah, you told me to touch a stone and nothing happened. Gotcha.
Yes.
Got it.
You won't believe in it probably. So. It's fun.
No.
It's fun.
Okay.
The main thing is that Nate knew. Even if you don't.
Got it.
Yeah, I opened the seal. Just because I know how he's going to be.
So you open the seal, nothing happens. It's just a wax seal.
Okay.
Yeah, and
I
inside,
opened the,
yeah. And it's actually quite nice stationery too. It basically says you've been cordially invited to join Angkar, right, at dinner at this time, basically the equivalent of like 6 o'clock, right? Formal attire or casual attire, it's perfectly fine. And that's about it. And then his signature.
I'm down for dinner.
I'm a little hungry.
All right. Well,
I don't
That
eat the
hot
dog.
dog?
I don't eat the hot dog. I don't.
Did you just toss it or-
No, I still
Just
have
holding
the hot
it.
dog.
He's just holding this
And then I
massive.
and I throw it away.
You just throw it away.
Yeah.
Where are you throwing it?
Do I see any place I can throw it?
You could just drop it in the street if you want.
No, I don't do that.
Like a garbage bin. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, actually, I'm looking for somebody who looks hungry. You give him
That
something to
is
eat.
not difficult to find. There aren't a lot of people who look like they're in destitute, right? But you do see some. You know, it's bound to happen. You know,
Mhm.
nothing's perfect in society, no matter how good they are, right? There's still going to be some people who fall between the cracks, right? No matter how tight those cracks are. But you do find one, a gentleman, right? Halfling. First halfling you've seen here, right? Which you found odd in particular earlier because you had humans, dwarves, elves, and then tieflings that were trying to masquerade as something else. And now you find your first halfling.
Oh, hello.
And he looks at you, very tired.
Here you go.
And he sees it. His eyes light up. And he looks at you, looks at it, and then runs off.
Presentation, I want to warm it up so that when we eat it, it's
Mhm.
not cold.
Okay,
after being
so you
stale and that time.
you make it very appetizing for him.
Yeah.
And he runs off.
Okay.
And as he's running off, you do notice like he's already starting to bite into it.
Mm.
There's a sense of glee on his face.
What time is this party?
About 6. Oh,
It's about 6 o'clock. Estimated. We got about an hour or two to kill.
Oh, we need supplies.
Most definitely.
Yeah, I need a couple of things.
what are you looking for?
I'm gonna look for a pearl, or anything that's over 100, or anything that's over 100 gold.
Okay. It's funny how we're talking about this. Yeah.
What happened? What were you guys talking about?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Don't worry about
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
That's bullshit.
Component pouches, people love them.
And an owl feather. And I need an owl feather.
Is there a gold value to that owl feather?
it. No, it's only on the pearl.
Okay.
I know it spelled pretty well. Sorry.
Do you have an arcane focus?
You haven't got it with wine in it for the feather.
No, I don't.
You need that. So.
Okay.
I really do know that smell.
Okay, so he needs the ingredients. Anyway. So, give me an yeah, no, you actually know this area quite well. You don't notice any arcane shops in particular,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
But you do find some general goods stores and
Okay.
what can be equivalent to like a convenience store, right? And you've known from your past that you could probably get the wine here, maybe the goblet. Might have to go to an antique shop, possibly, which you did see a few. The
mean-
feather, you could pretty much just. You've seen a lot of like places that were selling like dream catchers and stuff. You can yank one from one of those dream catchers if you're subtle enough, you know. You see this around you, not the ingredients per se, but ways to procure them in creative manner.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna try to make this one by one. So
Okay, so you're gonna.
walk to an antique store.
Okay,
Buy one.
so you go to the antique store. Just for the sake of brevity, we'll say that you got everything,
Oh,
right?
Oh damn! I thought I was gonna roll it, slight handed. I was getting ready. To
Oh,
be
do you
a
want to
fucking-
try that?
No.
Do you want to try to steal stuff?
Listen, you said don't comment. I have
You
a
want to make a
feeling.
DM cry anyway.
I have a feeling.
Do you want to try to go for a sleight of hand? I won't stop you. Or are you gonna buy this legit?
Well, it depends on what I found around the area. See, it was gonna be a long.
You find a series of antique. Does it matter? Does it have to be gold or is it just
No.
goblet?
There's a
Just
knob
goblet,
with
just
wine that you
wine?
soak the feathers in,
Okay,
and then they consume some pearl in the smell.
gotcha. The goblets, it's like a dime a dozen. There's some really nice antique ones. There's some ones that are antiqued, meaning that they're made to look antique.
Mm-hmm.
And they range in prices. That's the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, you have your expensive ones and you have your cheap ones.
No, I need to get a cheap. I'll get 2 cheap ones.
Two
I'll put it
cheap
in my
ones?
bag.
That'll set you back literally probably like 2 gold.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not really expensive. It's almost like a novelty type thing.
You're truly in the bed.
I'm gonna get creative soon.
You looking for feathers?
Well,
Feathers? Or are you gonna try to?
No. I'll buy a dream catcher just so I can have the feathers.
Okay, you buy the Dreamcatcher. You actually go to the same shop, and he actually throws in the Dreamcatcher with the 2 goblets.
Nice.
Yeah, because the Dreamcatcher, it's not big. It's like the type of Dreamcatcher that you would hang on your
How
like
many feathers does it
car
have?
window. It has 4.
Nice.
Yeah, but they're 4 small feathers, like something you'd see off maybe like a sparrow, that type of thing.
Feral or owl? Okay, it has to be an owl.
Has
feather.
Oh, it has to be
Owl
an
feathers.
owl feather.
Yeah.
Oh, this Dreamcatcher's not going to work for you then.
Okay.
I don't mean to be that guy.
No,
Sorry.
Oh no,
I
it's good. It's good. It's good. Better now than when he tries to do it. He says, "Ha,
Ha!
fuck,"
Damn it.
and the big bad's like, squish.
They're to find nothing. Bang.
Exactly.
All right.
So you look for one with an owl feather.
I
That
tried
unfortunately is going to set you back some money.
That's fine.
That one he unfortunately says he'll give you a discount though. It's going to be 10 gold.
We got 1,500 of it. It's not bad. Right? As we have it all pulled together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not
If
a
you guys
problem.
wish to do that, you can divvy it up later if you
Yeah.
want. It's all up to you.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Okay.
Once you get know when you need me out, let's write it on there and we'll
Mhm.
keep it separate. Then, but
So that costs you 10 gold. It's not really that much, but you do get your owl feathers. This one actually has 8 owl feathers on it though. So
nice.
yes.
Oh,
You kind of get the sense that things here are not that expensive. Why? Not sure. But
I mean, it's a seaport, so I'm assuming it's a lot of trade.
yep, you can assume that too.
So I say my experience.
I
why.
can't say why. So.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna. I guess after I'm done getting all my shit, I'm gonna meet up with this guy.
And wine's easy to get. You can.
Oh, I'm
just-
with you. I
okay.
I had nothing else to do.
You
I
have to
got
get
wait.
anything? Okay, so
No.
that
Actually,
didn't-
any armor shops around?
there are a few armor shops. The one that catches your eye is a place called the Sundered Arms.
Okay. No, well, no, I'm messing with you.
I was like, God damn it, not again.
All right, we go
Wait,
to.
oh, more too much, damn it.
Fuck the Alliance. They can. No.
Yeah,
Hell
fuck
yeah,
the.
fuck the
That's right.
alliance.
Fuck the
Oh,
alliance.
sorry.
It's like the meme with the Vietnam flashback.
All right, are there any?
Instead, it's a Arathi Highlands.
Oh my! No, yes, no. We're playing a game right now, damn it.
So
Okay.
we find the armor shop for him.
Yeah, the Sundered Arms.
Does anything look out of the ordinary? Like, does anything look like it could be? I'm gonna use detect magic. See if
Detect magic?
Yeah, to see if I could detect anything there that's out of the ordinary.
You don't see anything in this shop. Well, at least outside, because you guys are still outside or inside the shop.
Are we outside or inside?
Are you outside or inside the shop?
I mean, I would probably went inside. And
Went
then
inside?
Something.
So you both are inside. Okay, if that's the case, you do detect certain enchantments on certain pieces of armor and weapons as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Would I be able to tell any of them at all what they are?
You could tell based off of appearance. There are some that look like they could have come from dragons, perchance, and based off the color of the scales, they provide the resistances for those dragons, from
Mhm.
those dragons, rather, I
Mhm.
should say, of those type of elements, like blue lightning, red fire, that type of thing. Green, I think, is acid or poison. Forgot
Yeah.
which. Acid,
Poison.
poison. Okay. Black is acid, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So many freaking dragons.
Well,
Anyway,
I point at the stuff that's I sense magic from, and I let him know. I'm like,
and everything here looks very nice. Actually, it looks very well made, like a master craftsman.
Nice.
Put some time and effort.
what
into
does the
this.
person look like who's selling the stuff? How's he
person-
dressed?
The person who's selling it,
Uh-huh.
right? Still wearing it, soot-covered face, right? Actually wearing goggles still, right? Because the forge is still going, and there is a temperature difference, right?
Okay.
It goes from being nice to very warm, and you already start forming beads of sweat on both your foreheads. But yeah, he's dressed in his smithy attire, leather apron, that type of thing, hammer in hand, and there's something actually unique about the hammer because your detect magic detects it. There are these runes written across the hammer,
Mhm.
right? And you can't quite tell the type of magic it is, which is weird because detect magic is supposed to detect the type of magic that it is.
It's the second time I've come across that.
Yeah.
Does he look out of the ordinary? Like, if I were to like up and down, would I like be able to tell it any like? Is anything off of him? Like if he's hiding anything?
The thing is, you can't quite tell much with his physical because he hasn't presented himself yet. He's busy at work right now.
Oh, okay.
Um,
So he's okay.
Yeah.
Not a problem. All right. So when we get to him, well, like when we could see his face and everything and all that,
Okay.
I want to like see if I can see. If he's
I'm
like
just
a
waiting for you guys to
tiefling.
get his attention. That
Yeah.
type of thing.
All right, but I let him know that the magic items that I sense
Uh-huh.
are magical. Like I'm like, oh look, there's
Okay.
magic in these.
Yeah. So,
So there might
he
be
points
something
out.
special.
He does point out a variety of different magical armaments, both weapons and armor. And you explain to him which ones are what you think they do and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And given your experience, you know, okay, yeah, I've heard of that. Okay, I can figure out how much that could be, that type of thing. Yeah.
Okay. So, what do they have in the way of like magical medium armor? That's what-
Magical medium armor. Are you looking for leather? Are you looking for
I'm looking from anything from like studded leather and up. Pretty
studded
much.
leather and up? Okay. You don't see too many medium armor pieces here, unfortunately. You get the feeling that, and if you do see any medium, it's kind of actually more geared towards breastplate and half plate, that type of thing.
Okay.
Um,
I'm aware of that.
like the
as well.
borderline of heavy armor, essentially. But you do see some studded leather armor, and the D&D equivalent would be basically a studded leather armor +1, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any scale mail or anything?
There is actually, yeah, there is scale mail. Are you looking for dragon scale or are you looking for actual scale mail?
Yeah. They're both medium. I don't know what kind of armor.
Medium armor, scale mail.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what, are you
Uh,
looking for just scale mail?
No. Were there anything magical about any scale mails that I
Again, you notice that, again, what Mirthal noticed, a lot of the enchantments that are specifically unique to certain resistances, right,
Mhm.
outside of the basic, like, +1s, right,
Mm-hmm.
are geared towards borderline heavy,
Okay.
like the half plate or breastplate. While those are still constituted as medium, right, they
Yeah, clunky. They're not sneaking around.
exactly, yeah.
I'll try the dragon scale, maybe.
Dragon scale. What color are you looking at?
You already know. You already know. Blue. Come on.
Blue.
You already
Okay.
know.
You do see blue dragon scale mail there. Scale armor there.
Hold on. Is there any black?
There is black.
Hmm.
The colors that you see, all the chromatic. You don't
Mhm.
see any metallic.
That's interesting, actually.
Yes.
I'm gonna whisper to him while I'm looking around.
Stage whispers and talk.
Yeah,
Stage.
yeah,
Yes. Yes. Please. Talk.
Stage whisper. I'm gonna let her know his hammer has the same magic that the markings had. It has magic that I don't know what it is.
Interesting.
And you see he's hammering this piece of metal. And as he's hammering, I need you guys to give me. Actually, no, fuck it. This will be a freebie because you guys have been doing a lot of good rolling.
Yeah, let me see. Look, Bink 15 natural, perfect.
Okay. So
Everybody.
you notice as he's hammering this piece of metal on this anvil, the metal is contorting and bending to a shape that does not mirror how the hammer is hitting it. And as he's doing this, he's also pressing down on the bellows to feed the fire as well. And as he's doing this, as the flames erupt from the forge, you see soot and ash burst out too from the opening in the furnace. And what should normally look like, dark gray, like an ashy gray color, as it bursts out, it has almost like this glittering gleam to it as it goes over the armor or the piece of metal that he's working on. And he's just hammering it, and occasionally he steps on the bellow again, and then he goes back to hammering it.
Shit. I have an idea what it is as a player. Character would not know, so.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna say it. I'll say it after the game. After the game, I'll say it. So. I'll try. Is there anybody else working?
Nope, just this guy.
Shoot.
Just this guy.
I kind of don't want to ruin his work while he's doing it. Pardon me.
Are you saying it loud?
Yeah.
Just give me a D100 roll.
Okay.
Oh shit.
80.
80. Nice. So you say it fairly loud, and he stops, and it's like mid, and there's a bit of a psychosomatic type of effect where, because he stopped mid and it's just hovering right above that metal, there's like a ting that you think you hear, but you know you didn't actually hear a ting.
Yeah.
He rests the hammer down. What are you doing?
Would I see anything out of the ordinary? Like when you hear the thing, would I see like any magic? Like, do I see like when he hits it, any special magic comes out of this hammer?
Give me an Arcana roll. But this would be a retroactive Arcana roll.
Okay.
So
15.
15. There's given that you saw that there was magic associated with his hammer that you couldn't tell, and then this Arcana roll right now, when you saw the smoke or the ash and the soot shoot out of the furnace, right, and give that glittering gleam, right, that display, right, you could sense possibly that there might be something magical based off of that as well. What? You don't know, and it's also something that your detect magic could not identify. Going back to Mirthal. Mirthal, he winds up stopping, rests his hammer down, takes a clean rag, cleans his face up, right? And immediately, you see a familiar sight. It's a bit more bleached by the fire a little bit, and it's a lighter shade of blue. And he lifts up the goggles, and the eyes are very similar to what you saw with Ankar. They're that pinkish color. And now with the flames going on, there's like almost this twinkle to it. It's because the flames aren't, they're the only things really illuminating this place. There's not like lights up or anything like that. And there's like a slight twinkle that fluctuates with the way that the flames are moving and dancing.
Okay.
Oh.
Greetings. I'm sorry Martin wanted to work him, but I didn't see anybody else to buy from.
Oh. What were you going to say?
While he's talking, I don't mean to interrupt, but
No, go ahead.
while he's talking, I'm going to go look around.
Okay.
And try to see if I see the same sheen that was looking over him before, to see if I see it again, if it's following us.
Give me a perception roll, because it's a little tough now because there's very much a lack of light in here. So give me a perception roll. I'll give it to you with advantage, though, because you definitely know what you're looking for, and you've spotted it several times. So advantage.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they need it.
Yeah, the first one's a natural 20.
Hey, you might get 2.
Oh, if I get 2?
Yeah, if you get 2, there's
Again.
Yeah.
No, this one's a 6.
Oh, okay, so the natural
okay.
20. All right, I'll get to that in a second. Just remind me that you got a natural 20 and what you're specifically looking for. Like, specifically.
Okay.
Sorry, what were you saying again?
I'm sorry Martin wanted to work him, but I didn't see anybody else to buy from.
And you see he cleans his ears like, oh, no bother. What can I do you for?
I'm gonna upgrade my gear. You can see my armor.
You see he invades your personal bubble, and he like leans in, and he's looking at your armor.
No reaction from me at all.
No reaction?
No.
And you see it's studded leather, right?
No, it's just retina.
Regular leather?
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a few things. What are you looking for?
Something that'll keep me quiet, but a lot more protected than this.
Well, I mean, Hmm. Are you? How quiet are we talking? Like, are we talking like you don't want to be heard, or talking as in like maybe someone misheard you?
Preferably can't hear me at all, but they thought they heard me and were just fine as well.
I mean, I've got an assortment of different half plates, breastplates, chainmail. Well, that's more of the heavier side, but they would hear you be sounding like someone walking with a coin purse. It just really depends. Just give me what you want specifically. I probably have it around here. And you do notice, you ever been to like a guitar center
Yeah.
and the walls of guitar?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that, but walls of swords and armor.
Oh.
Yes.
Sorry. I'm blanking now. Just when you said that on that armor in my head. Can I get shit? I'm forgetting what. Sorry, rewind.
Okay, we'll go to Astraios. So, you with that natural 20,
Mm-hmm.
you notice that you aren't being followed in here,
Okay.
right? There's no detection of that sheen,
Mm-hmm.
right? What you do notice with your perception, this gentleman looks really weird to you because you've never seen someone like this, per se. You've never seen someone who has like this light blue skin, right, with these weird eyes that, depending on how the light hits it, has these almost like fantastical effects to them, right? You've never seen anything like this before. And he has his hammer, and he also has this there's something weird about that hammer. There's something weird about his forge, and then this many armaments. You've never seen a shop with this many armaments. A lot of the shops you've been to, right, you've seen them have quite a few things, but it's never up to this. This is the type of thing you would expect in a military barracks of some kind. Let me switch over to Mirthal.
Breastplate.
Breastplate.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You're just looking for your standard breastplate? Are you looking for an enchantment of some kind?
What enchantment do you offer in this?
Oh, you tell me what you want, and I can see if I can do it. You see, he picks up the hammer and he slings it over his shoulder.
I want something that's make me get hit less.
Hit less?
Yeah.
I
Tough
mean,
one,
put enough thick
essentially.
plate onto that breastplate, you never get hit again. Yeah, unless he's using a
That
war
is
hammer,
true.
then you can turn you into a. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen.
Let's hope not.
Yeah.
But I still need to be quiet. So adding more plate to it is the option.
So you're looking at something that just upgrades your overall protection.
Yes.
Are you looking for resistances to anything in particular, or just the protection?
Just the protection.
Just the protection?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I can work on something. How long are you in town for?
Perhaps a day or two, depending.
Day or two? That's more than enough time. Here at the Sundered Arms, we work real quick. So, unfortunately, I don't have anything in breastplate that offers just immediate protection. We tend to get customers that have unique tastes in armaments. We get a lot of guildies in here. We also get a lot of people, Angkars people come here from time to time. They're the unique ones. They're funny, though.
I'm actually meeting with him tonight.
Oh, well, tell him Brock says hi.
I definitely
And-
will, Brock.
And tell him to give Mom a call sometime. Or
Oh.
at least send a letter to her.
Your family.
Yeah, you could say that. Half brother.
Well, it's a pleasure meeting you. I'm Mirthal.
Oh, well, Mirthal, my pleasure's all mine. I'll have it to you by tomorrow. Will you be staying at?
We currently don't have a lodging. After I talk to your half brother, I'll figure that out.
Bring it up. If he likes you, he'll take care of you. That tends to be his MO.
Wow, you have so much armor here.
And you see, he turns around to you and he goes, "Yeah, the Sundered Arms. Welcome. It's a bit of a specialty of mine.
How many people work with you to make all this armor?
Just me.
Wow. That's so awesome.
Oh,
How long has it taken you to make all this stuff? It must have taken you decades.
Give or take. Probably not as long. The craft took me longer, to be honest. But once I learned my unique craft, the rest was history, honestly. And about that breastplate, paying now or pay upon arrival?
I'll pay half now, half when you complete it.
Okay.
How much were you thinking?
I'll set you back about 200 for half now,
Okay.
and 200 for the rest. And I'll throw in a little something extra for you, since you know Annie.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll give him the 200 gold.
Pleasure doing business with you. And as soon as you find out where you're staying, just let Annie know, and let him know that you spoke with me and that you're expecting something. I'll have it to you before you even realize it's there.
Thank you very much, Rock.
My pleasure.
His armor, every single piece of it, every single sword is perfect.
Yes. Do you want to try one? Are you gonna try to balance one on yourself?
No. I just want to see if there's if he makes any out of the ordinary, or if everything is just perfect.
Everything is perfect, and from what you were able to listen to tertiarily, he winds up doing a lot of unique custom work as well. So if it's not on the shelf, like his plate isn't on the shelf, the specific plate that he's looking for, because there is breastplate there, right?
Yeah.
But the breastplate he's looking for is something with extra. Are you looking for +1, +2? Just DM2.
+1. I'm
+1?
assuming +2.
Yeah, I was just saying. 'Cause I figured
range.
+1. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's also gonna throw a little something extra for you too.
Cool.
So.
I can't wait to see.
That's so. How are you?
Oh, is your mark open, by the way? Like out the mark of the Arush?
I don't think I currently ever showed him.
So it's still open?
So
Okay. I just want to know that. What were you doing, Astraios? Except for, instead of looking at the pyramidium right there.
Okay. You.
Yes.
The D100
Uh-huh.
or the D20.
Uh-huh.
But one is going to be worse than the other.
Okay.
And it might not be worse in a bad way, but it might be worse.
D20.
I feel like I'm talking to Bob.
D20?
You pick one dice, but it's worse than the other dice. But I can't tell you which dice is worse.
Yeah.
How are you able to do so many custom orders so fast?
Oh, that's a secret. I can't tell you that. Handed down from generation to generation. Annie chose his craft. I chose mine.
Who?
Angar.
Person we're meeting tonight.
I call him Annie.
Oh, okay.
That's his half brother.
Oh,
I recommend you not to call him Annie. It's not that he doesn't like it. It's just that that's more of a term of endearment. So if you get close to him, he'll probably be okay with you eventually calling it to him. If not, he might put one between the eyes. I've seen him do it before.
You make everything perfect?
I mean, I don't think it's perfect. Well, thank you if you think it's perfect.
Don't take this the wrong way. I don't mean it perfect as per se. It's everything I've seen is so pristine. I just
fight
mean,
with the blacksmith now.
I just
see it happen.
Yeah.
I just mean every edge, there's not a single mishit or nothing.
Lots of practice. I mean, if you want something that's not perfect, I can give you one of the old things I've made.
You can't make me a new thing that's not perfect?
Well, I mean, if it's intended to be designed in a way, isn't that perfect?
Touche.
This went from like a really cool conversation to
No,
dead
like
fan.
he's really thinking. He's like, okay.
You can get back to me on that one. Anything else I can get you? Mirthal, you said?
Yes, Mirthal.
Anything else? Any weapons?
No, I have my weapon right now. I think I'm fine with it.
Okay. Not a problem.
Unless, well, you know what? No, I'm fine with that.
All right.
Could you identify things as good as you make them?
Or are you kidding? Absolutely.
Okay. I show him the sword.
Which
that we
sword?
had picked up.
Which sword?
The one that
that
I
one.
have. The one that I
The
kept.
platinum-looking one with the blue
Yes.
stone. He quickly identifies it for you, right? Does
Mhm.
normally you're used to the identifying ritual because you can do it normally,
Mm-hmm.
taking a very long time. But he looks over it, flicks the goggles down, right? Looks at it, he goes, nice bit of work you got here. As a DM, I'll give you the information for it. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's actually quite the find at this level, to be honest.
Hold on, I have to ask. It's not a freaking warp blade, is it?
No.
I had enough nightmares with that.
No. It's a Vorpal
Even though-
Blade plus 2. No, I'm just kidding.
Even
though,
There's
even
no
though
such thing, but
technically he's on my side this time, but
Yeah.
no.
Listen,
no.
the Vorpal Blade wasn't the worst. It was
I'll
the
let you know.
subclass you made of
I'll let you
fucking-
know off stream.
True.
Yeah.
Not off stream, but off recording.
Yes.
And then you can add it to your character if you want to use it. I think your character will be proficient with it. And at this level, the only reason why you got this is because you rolled as good as you did when you were searching through stuff. So, and the fact that you have it, it's a very good weapon against a specific type of enemy, which knowing your character will be very good for you. So,
You have to leave it blade.
Listen. My fights take 45 minutes because my rolls would end it in 4 seconds. If it was anything else but battle rolls.
yes, true. If your battle rolls were as good as like your role playing rolls, it would
and I
be
hate
over
it
in
because
5
I'm
seconds.
like 18, 19, and I'm
Natural
like,
one.
I hope people don't think I'm lying. I'm just like, here,
No,
boop,
no.
19, I'm like,
We've
look,
all personally, I think, experienced
No.
it. So yeah,
Multiple times.
yeah. Well, it was like last night when you were running your thing.
Yeah.
And I rolled, that natural 20, and then the next roll was a 3.
Yeah, it just happened.
Yeah.
retarded.
But yeah. So he quickly identifies it for you, hands it over to you. Nice bit of work. Not anything I've done, but
Anything special about it?
That's what
well,
he sent it to me.
No. I'm just trying to see like if and like not the like.
let's just say if I was a fiend or undead bumping into you in a back alley and you had a bone to pick with them, no pun intended, I would be thinking about going the other way.
Do you understand what kind of magic made this?
I mean, I can make it just a basic. I mean, it's not basic, but it's quite a lofty enchantment. Usually something affiliated with the divine.
Okay. Would you be able to make some dragon scale mail?
I mean, I have dragon scale armor.
I'd kind of like mine to my liking.
Scale mail specifically for dragon armor.
I that's what I'm wearing right now.
Pick your
That's-
color. I don't deal with metallic.
Any reason why?
Well, given the history of Kingsport, it would be in poor taste to kill a metallic dragon or a crystal dragon of any kind, too.
Okay. I'll take some black.
Black.
Yep.
All right, I'll have it to you tomorrow as well with your companion.
Absolutely.
Oh, I don't want to assume if you guys are together. Are you same party?
Same party.
Same
Yes.
part. Okay, so have Annie tell me where the or let me know where you guys are being held up, and I'll have it to you by tomorrow.
Okay.
And you see, as he's doing this, he already begins to go towards the forge with a piece of metal, and the piece of metal that he was working on, it goes from being this very nice lustrous hue, and starts to blacken, and there's like a feathering as he's pressing down on the billows and he's hammering it. There's like a feathering to it, like the feathering of scales in like a scale armor, but it matches the interlocking these rings of scale mail.
Okay. All right. I'm good for now.
Well then,
Right.
and he says, "Let me go back," and you just hear ding, 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 and then him pushing down on the billows. And so,
What do you want to
anything
do?
you still have some time before your dinner, unless you want to just kill time and just go to the dinner.
Yeah.
You want to find a place to stay? Kind of tired.
I mean, this person might have plates for us already.
Do you really trust this guy?
No, but you learn more by talking with people. And honestly, when you're in a weaker, quote unquote, position, you really see how people treat you, and that's how you really get to know them. Watch how
Okay.
they treat who they think are the lessers.
All right. We can do it.
Now, if you want to have room just in case for a battle, we can.
I'm a little too much of a paranoid person not to have one.
By all means, let's find some.
Uh,
Lead the way. You seem to be finding things left and right in this.
Yeah, based off of your previous investigation rolls and searching, you did learn this entire like quadrant,
don't
right?
take this the wrong way. I'm gonna find it myself.
Understood.
Are you looking for for the sake? Are you looking for something ritzy? Are you looking for something
I'm just looking.
common?
I'm just
or
looking for a bed and four walls.
something. How
that
much
if
are you
I
willing
need-
to spend? Is the question.
Oh,
Because they have some. It's very much like New Orleans, where they have very nice balcony style hotels that are only like 2 stories high or maybe even 3 stories high. But then they have the massive NYC DoubleTree.
I'll give it to you this
So-
way. I'm gonna get I'm not gonna get the glitz and glamour because then that
Okay.
makes me stick out.
Okay.
But I want to get something that if somebody's following me would make them stick out. So it's either a place that's not very common
Okay.
or a very rundown place.
Now, are you gonna do this now, or are you gonna do this after dinner, or
No, we still got time or no?
you have time? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So just for the sake of brevity, you do find a place, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's called the Vagrant's Respite.
Okay.
And so you do find this place, and it looks like if there is something that is plain Jane, this is it. And anything that isn't plain Jane sticks out like a sore thumb. You actually stick out a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit.
Okay. I walk in.
And immediately, because it's there's a huge lounge. Not a huge,
Mhm.
but a large lounge.
Mm-hmm.
Where as soon as you enter it, right? And there's
Mhm.
a concierge, right? There's also off to the right, past these 2 double doors,
Mm-hmm.
you do see what looks like a bar of some kind.
Okay.
That also works as possibly maybe a restaurant. You do see tables as well.
Okay. So, is there a woman or a gentleman working in the front?
There are several. There are actually a couple. Sorry,
So,
both men and women, or man and woman. There you go.
I would like a room, with a decent view of the front.
Okay, so again, it's not much that you easily get this. It's only going to cost you about 2 gold a night
Okay.
to be here.
All right.
'Cause
So,
it's not something that's ritz and glam.
okay. So, I'm gonna ask them. Would you happen to have bread or anything?
Are
Something
you-
to eat?
Are you looking for the man or the woman?
Either or. The one who gave me the room.
Okay,
Other
so
than
I'll
that-
go with the man. Yeah. Of course you can. We do have a restaurant right here, and he points to the room that was on the right, that has the bar in it with the tables. We can always have something brought up to your room too.
No need. I'll just grab how much is a loaf of bread?
A loaf.
Yep.
He looks at he's a loaf.
Yep.
I
I just need a loaf of bread and some ale.
mean, the ale, just depending on what you get, could cost you anywhere from a couple gold or a couple silver, depending on what you want.
I want the house special.
The house special.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're looking for the house special with the ale, we can throw in the bread for free, so that'll cost you about 5 gold.
Not a problem.
You toss the 5 gold?
Yep.
Just wait a few minutes. And a few minutes go by. What are you doing, Mirthal, by the way? Are you just waiting at the manor?
I will wait at the manor. I
Okay.
want it not cleaned up and
Takes a few minutes, and then gentleman comes with what looks like a growler,
Mm-hmm.
right? And what looks like a bag with what you assume is your loaf of bread.
Okay. So I'm gonna take the bag and the growler. I'm gonna go to my room.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna drink some of the ale and eat the bread.
Give me a Constitution save,
Got you. Oh,
because this
shit.
is well, it's been a couple hours since you drank the last drink, so but still.
Absolutely. Hold on, here it is. Constitution save. Come on, guy. 15 plus 19 total.
19. You don't drink much of it because you quickly realize that what they gave you was not ale. He clearly made a miss up, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
He gave you dwarven whiskey.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
But you didn't drink, like, you didn't chug it down. As soon as it hit your lips, you recognized what it was. You're like, oh, nope, that's not what you do with this stuff.
Okay.
So,
now I'm going to look outside the window and I'm going to look at the type of people that are around.
okay. You're still within this quadrant, so the people don't look any different from what you...
Okay. So do I have an... Okay, so now what I'm
You're
going to
actually
do
quite
is...
far from the manor. That's
I'm
the
going to...
thing.
Do I have any, like, fucking curtains or anything? I close it or I just...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just...
They're,
I
they're,
close
they
it,
are they are linens, basically.
And I'm going to use disguise self.
Okay. What are you disguising yourself as?
As I'm going to look as one of the people, like a random person,
Mm-hmm.
like a whole bunch of people so I can just walk through.
What race? Human, dwarf, elf, tiefling?
I'm going to go human.
Human? Okay, you
Yeah.
look like a nondescript human. You look as plain as can be.
Okay. And then I'm going to look for him now.
Okay, so you you wind up leaving this place looking a little different from what they were expecting, and they have to do a double take, and the guy just looks at himself, and you think that he might murmur something like, I need to quit. And you go off and you meet up with Mirthal. Mirthal, this human you've never seen before. Are you still wearing Astraios' armor though?
No, I changed everything. Changed the whole. You could change the whole look.
Change
of
the whole
yourself.
look.
Yeah,
Okay, I
yeah,
don't know if
yeah.
you're just doing your face.
No,
or,
no,
okay,
change the whole look.
this human you've never seen before. Are you wearing formal, casual attire? What do you?
I'm wearing whatever they wear, so I don't have to stick out.
Attire that looks like what could be considered casual for Kingsport, right? Or what you assume is because it's an attire that you've seen quite often in your short time that you've been here, literally less than a day. Is approaching towards you.
Do you possibly have some change, please?
Give me a performance roll.
I'm trying to change my accent.
Yeah,
give,
like I'm trying to beat somebody
sorry,
else.
deception against your insight.
Oh, I have to roll too. Oh
Yes.
shit.
Roll off.
Oh. All right, my deception. Let's see. 12.
Okay. I'm gonna see how you
All right.
yeah.
I got
yeah,
you. No worries.
yeah. So
I have no coin to spare, good sir. Sorry.
Well, then, can you be a kind ear then, just to listen to an old dumb person's tale?
How old does he look?
how old do you look?
I just look like one of them, but they
Well,
like
but-
they
Yeah,
really
but
can't
what
get a
number
good
would
age
be
on me.
any-
You can say I'm in my mid-30s.
Okay, so you look like you're in your mid 30s
yeah,
or 40. Okay, mid 30s, we'll say.
What is it you need, my friend?
Oh,
in his mid 30s telling you that he's old. So
Mhm.
he's really in his mid 30s now.
I'm just tired of this place. It's not all that it is hyped up to be. I feel like things are always watching me.
And you just gave yourself away right there.
No, but
continue.
only you would know because I'm only talking
Yeah,
to you.
I
So
know.
only you hear me.
I see. Is it?
Give me an insight
slight
roll
human-
against.
I'm really not trying to hide myself
Yeah, so
from
just-
him, but I'm just trying to make a performance
Yeah.
that everybody
we're
else
gonna stick with
knows.
that 12, and then whatever you
17.
figured out that this is Astraios right now. Yeah.
Really, my friend. Not yet.
I'm sorry. Did I interrupt you from something? I'm so sorry.
No, in fact, why don't you join me for dinner?
Oh no, I can't go around with folk like you. Can't do that.
I'll get
May-
close to you.
Maybe you could buy me something to eat
I know.
over there.
Astraios, I know it's you.
Stage whisper.
Oh, my bad. Astraios, I know it's you.
I know you know it's me, but I don't know who's watching.
When you go into the manor, they'll never know what you actually look like.
I'm not going into the manor yet. I'm hungry. I want to eat over there. I heard there's a good place by the manor to go eat.
How close is it to the dinner time?
It's getting pretty close. It's I would say about 10 minutes.
So I start walking because I know the time too. So I start walking to the place so you could follow me. You get the hint. Oh, I can't say that out
No,
loud. Sorry.
no, 'cause, like, obviously I know what they're implying either way.
Uh-huh.
It's like, what the hell? We got like 10 minutes to playing games. Okay. I begrudgingly follow you.
Yeah, I know where I'm going. You could go to the manor. I said, "Oh, I'm going to eat by the manor. Okay, I want something to eat by the manor." So, I
And
said
the timer starts now.
All right.
So you have 10 minutes.
Okay. Oh, I can't wait to get something to eat by the manor. You have a great day, sir. I'm sorry to bother you. I will find money along the way.
Wait 1 minute, sir. Yeah, I'll, at night I'm handing you a coin.
Oh.
Are you coming or not? Safely for
Yeah.
listening.
I'll be there when I get there.
Goodbye. Have a good day, sir.
Thank
I hope
you.
that helps. Enjoy the meal.
Oh, I'm so hungry.
Yeah, I go into the
Okay.
game, man.
So you go to the manor.
Yeah.
You approach the door. The door is not open.
Okay. Left hand, not.
Door's open.
Okay.
You forgot the thumb, by the way.
He did.
No, I
he
didn't.
showed it. He
Oh,
he
I
showed
see.
it.
I wasn't looking.
Uh-huh.
It's all good.
It's all
Um,
good. My slider hand got you.
Zing. Anyway.
Bazinga.
Yes, you enter the manor and the door closes. Or do you enter the manor? Sorry.
Yes, I do.
And the door closes behind you.
All right. You doesn't anybody here guide me where I'm supposed to go, or
There are two people actually. Are you doing with what? How are you doing it?
I'm knocking with the left and I put my
Okay.
left thumb right there.
You do that, and the door opens.
I walk in and I burp real quick. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Oh.
And then the door closes behind you. Standing at the.
and wait, hold on. Are you in Astraios?
Yeah, are you in
Yeah,
Astraios
Astraios.
or are you disguised?
No, I'm Astraios.
Astraios?
Mm-hmm.
I hate you. so much.
Standing at the
I
top
get
of
what
this.
you're doing. though.
Standing at the top of these stairs, like before, is Ankar and Aiden. Aiden looks a lot better than he did before. He looks like not a lot of his. Again, you could still see the metallic endoskeleton of him with his arms,
Mm-hmm.
but his face, the flesh has been restored, and he looks a lot better than he did when he first arrived. What you see is a sight that's similar to what you saw earlier with the blacksmith. A gentleman, his skin slightly darker blue, with pinkish eyes and slick back hair, black hair.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that the lights in here, because there's a more ample lighting, actually make it less like a twinkle and more just like a radiant sheen.
Does that sheen?
No, it's
Okay.
that's just me using the same words.
Oh, I was
That's it.
just
That's
saying,
just me using the same words. No,
You got me Sherlock Holmes in it over here.
nah, I'm glad. That's the reason why you got a dinner invite now. But you don't know that anyway.
It's about to get very interesting. So
Okay.
Greetings.
Welcome back, Mirthal. And who? Oh, Astraios, if I'm not mistaken.
Who's asking?
I am Ankar, and I know you know who I am already.
Oh,
Word travels quick.
I've heard of you.
My brother Brock always loved to talk.
Mm.
So,
He's a good fellow.
quite. Very handy.
It's a pretty cool hammer he has.
Even without it, he'd be able to craft the finest armaments. And you see, the way he's dressed, he's actually dressed in. You ever see the movie Tombstone?
Mm-hmm.
You know Kurt Russell's character?
Doc Holliday? No, not Doc Holiday.
No, that was
He's
Val
Wyatt.
Kilmer. He was Wyatt Earp.
He's whiter.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
he's wearing pretty much that, but a longer black coat, right? And he brushes back the right side of his coat, and you see. Where you're from? Are you familiar with firearms?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Mirthal? Are you
They're
familiar?
very rare.
They're rare. I understand
but-
they're rare. Or would you actually
Yeah.
encounter? Okay, you
It's my
understand
business.
that this is clearly a firearm of some kind.
Okay.
He's quite gifted in armaments, as am I.
Interesting.
Now, I'm sure both of you are ravenous, and while we do have a few minutes left, I would rather get to dinner sooner than later. And he looks to both of you.
I am ready.
I'm
And you-
starving.
Quite. I can imagine. And you see he begins to walk downstairs. He walks past you two, and he walks to these double doors, these French double doors, and they slide open, and he walks in. Without him touching them, they slide open, and he walks in. And what you see just from where you are in your periphery, the both of you, is a lavish dining hall. And the food is already laid out before you, but they're not revealed yet. They're still under the cloches.
Is everything symmetrical?
Everything is symmetrical. And you picked up that detail that the statues were the only thing not. Yes. Okay, so what do you guys do? He walks in.
I'm looking.
I'm following behind. him.
Okay, Mirthal is following behind. And what about you?
I'm just scanning the room, seeing if there's anything out of the ordinary, but not like looking for it.
Right, everything looks on the level as you haven't noticed any. You've noticed the weird things in the city, and then you notice those things aren't in here.
Yeah.
I see my character, what he looks like. My man, he was like super paranoid. My character would be the most.
He's like what's his name? Jordan Peele, right? The meme where he's like sweating profusely.
I'm not sweating profusely. I'm just always on the lookout. I get something to eat. I'm starving.
So you're gonna follow them in?
Yeah.
Okay, so you follow them in, and as soon as you get followed in, the same gentleman, the drow that you saw earlier, actually walks in as well and follows you. And yeah, everything is, I hope, to your liking. And if you do, I will pass along the courtesy to the staff. Just need to remind you, since you first time being here, and Ankar is seating himself at the table, at the head of the table, of course. All you need to do is place your hand on the cloche, think of that which you would like to eat, and then lift the cloche. You'll find a pleasant surprise. And then he bows, and he walks away.
Okay. So, I put my hand on the cloth, close my eyes.
Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting. Just give me D20 rolls, both of you. Add your intelligence modifiers to them. Advantage because you notice something about this place. Sorry, I completely forgot. Sorry.
Okay. 16.
16. How about you?
I'm so glad you said advantage. My first roll was a natty 1. And
you don't see shit now.
And then you gave me a 17.
17.
So what is it? What are we looking at?
Intelligence. Just add your intelligence modifier.
Oh,
it should be
18. 18
okay.
total.
So you notice immediately with this. This is the second time you've seen this type of magic. It is a lot bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. And the last time you experienced this magic was in a very unique place, and it was at a place
When we started.
where you first started. But that is all you notice. But yes, you do notice that, and Ankar is sitting at the table, and you see he touches the cloche in front of him, right? Lifts it, and what is revealed is what looks like a piece of steak, right? Skirt steak, right? Marinated in something that you aren't quite familiar with, right? But gives off a nice, pleasant citrus smell. And there's a slight smell of alcohol to it as well. Like if alcohol's been cooked off, and that cooked off alcohol smell is actually in the smoke, not the smoke, but the steam rising up of this piece of meat. Served with a side of what looks like simply whipped potatoes, right? And asparagus.
Okay. When I knew it and I removed the clouds, it's just a traditional Elmer's porridge
Okay.
with a side of salad. And weirdly, you see Marathon look at it and a small tear in his eye.
Okay.
And then he starts to eat.
Okay. And what about you, Astraios?
He has his hand on the lid, and he's thinking long and hard about it. And then when he's getting ready to lift the lid up, you see his hand shake.
Okay.
And then he lifts up, and it looks like you see a bowl of soup and something else, and then he shuts the lid and he lifts it, and then it's just steak and mashed potatoes.
Yep.
And then you see his hand slightly tremble a little bit.
And Ankar actually, and you notice this, looks at you. Everything to your liking, Astraios?
Everything's good.
Yeah, well then. I do hope you enjoy then. And he just eats. And he looks at you, Mirthal, and he goes,
And I take a spoonful of it.
it tastes however you remember it tasting is how it tastes. Not how it tasted, like how it how it actually tastes, but how you remember it tasting.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing for your meal too, as well, Astraios.
I fight Matt any more tears, and it's wonderful. Thank you.
Pleasure. Seeing as yes, Astraios.
Can we make more than one food?
Well, unfortunately, wait. When you say more than one, what do you mean by that?
Can I have another plate?
Unfortunately, it's actually enchanted the piece. I had Brock make it, of course.
Amazing.
He can do quite wonderful things with metal.
Okay.
But should you finish it and you wish to have more, you know how it works.
Really? So I just need to finish the meal and then I can have another one.
Or you can just eat half of it or take a bite.
No, it's really good. I'm going to finish this and I think I have another plate.
Okay. And as the time goes on, you guys finish your first meal, right? If you wish to have a second meal, you're more than welcome to, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's satiated with his one meal.
Yeah, same with Mirthal.
Now, I've called you here because of, well, and he looks at Astraios, your penchant for curiosity. You found something earlier today, did you not?
I found a lot of things earlier today. I found a armor shop. I found...
It'd be a terrible thing to keep secrets from people, especially potential allies. And he adds an inflection onto the word secret.
I would assume so. I believe it works both ways. I mean, if somebody finds secrets, that means obviously people are keeping them. Why?
Well, before you assume anything, there's some secrets that I'm looking for. And then there's some secrets that I know about that I play dumb to not knowing.
Okay.
The one secret you happen to have found, is one of those secrets.
That you know of?
And pretend I don't.
Okay.
For personal reasons.
I'm assuming that good personal reason.
Oh, no. They are good personal reasons. They are for the sake of all that is good for Kingsport. Has to do with my little quest, as I have informed your companion of.
Okay.
I mean, while you're at it, you could tell what the quest is.
I can. And that's what this dinner is for. Had you not been as skilled in your detective work, and if your investigative abilities and your eye, your persistent eye, not noticed one of my sentry wards.
The Gleam?
Yes. Think of a scry, but all the better.
But why? What are you looking for? Or what are you protecting yourself from?
I'm not protecting myself from anything. I'm trying to save this city, as it were. I'm sure Aiden has informed you of the guild.
He did.
With your surveillance, shall we say, would it have to do anything with the tons of different markings around this place?
Those markings aren't my doing. Those markings are the doings of the guild. The Bounty Hunters Guild, as Aiden has undoubtedly told you about.
So do you know how many there are, or do you even know where they are?
I know of the ones around here because I allow them to. Because it's, well, are you a fan of Dragon Chess?
Yes, Dragon Chess. This is an actual D&D game.
Yes,
Yes,
this
it
is
is.
actual
Yes.
D&D.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
It's yes.
Yes.
You know what a Fane is? And not the same Fane as in our campaign.
I know. But he might be.
That's up to that's up to
Yeah,
Fane.
I'm
That's up to
joking.
Fane.
I'm
If
joking.
Fane ever wants to like guest on this,
Enlighten me.
I know well. I'm well aware of what goes on here.
Mhm.
This is my city, of course, and this is my home.
So, why the tieflings, or why even people trying to hide themselves from being who they are?
Silly superstition, to be honest. It dates back to the first founding of this city, an event known as the Night of Hallowed Horns.
Would they be trying to hide all this stuff from anybody else besides you?
The tieflings, no. The tieflings, I have no problem with tieflings.
Not even the tieflings. All these markings. Why is there magic on top of magic?
It's a bit complicated. You see, Kingsport, there's the city you see and the city you don't. An undercity of sorts. I have no problem with what goes on in this undercity. But the problem is, the guild is seeking to disturb, how we say, the balance between what goes on here and what goes on there.
Well, that's bound to happen if you let things just run amok down there.
Well, it's not that we've allowed things to run amok. It's the fact that the guild has moved uncontested up here due to, well, let's just say, they've made friends in the right places. As do I. But unfortunately, this stalemate that they have me in has afforded them the opportunity to run amok down there. And there's nothing I can do to help them. Not without taking a great risk upon myself.
Since we noticed that this room
Yes.
is like the room that we were first put in, right?
No, so you notice the magics functioning in this place are like those magics.
Okay.
A lot bigger on the inside than it is outside. Because this place, you saw this place, right? This dining room should not be this big.
So since I know that,
Yes.
and I could sense the magic, right?
No.
Well, because we know the
You're
we
familiar
know
with
of
it.
right?
Yes, you are familiar with it.
So if we were to help you, what type of help could we receive in terms of, because this place is way bigger than it needs to be.
It's not bigger than it needs to be. It's as big as I wish it to be.
Same difference. But that's just me. That's just me. I like things a little, more ordered and not as fancy. But since you have magic to do this, do you have magic for other things?
Describe other things.
Well, if it wasn't for me being one of the luckiest and just catching from what I caught, I would never know about your surveillance. You seem to be able to hide that really well. Are there things that I could acquire that I could also hide very well?
You need to be a bit more descriptive than that.
I mean,
You can hide plenty of things. Are you looking to hide, a dagger under your sleeve? Or are you looking to gain some sort of trick?
I mean, just because you can hide things in plain sight, if I just take a little bearing ball and I make it appear in my hand, doesn't mean that people won't notice if they're good enough. I'm looking for something that they wouldn't even know if I'm in front of them, unless they get lucky like I did. And since your boy's really good with the hammer, I'm pretty sure it's not that hard.
No, it isn't. And he isn't the only one who can create something of such. I created the sentry wards that you saw earlier. that we're only following Mirthal.
Why?
He knows why. Oh, I'm hope he can assume to know why.
You want to know what I'm up to, what I'm deciding, and what I really know about the quest.
Close. I just wanted to see what a champion like you would do. Not all champions are good, and if I'm willing, well, if I'm going to help, I need to know
Who I am.
exactly.
Please don't take this the wrong way. This is from how I grew up. How do we know that you're good? How do we know that we're asking for the right help? How do we know we're helping the right person?
What are your goals? What are your intentions?
My goal is to get back. I need to get back home.
That's quite easy.
I can't now because I made a promise to somebody who actually wound up becoming an acquaintance, a friends of sorts, and it's very hard for me to make those. Is what happened. And I promised that I would do something for him, and I'm gonna see it through. So easy, unfortunately, is not in the forte right now.
Noble. I can see that. Well, unfortunately, there's nothing I can say that would convince you as to whether I'm good or not, or whether my intentions are as noble as yours are towards your newly acquired friend. Am I safe in assuming that?
Yes, yeah, pretty much so. I definitely. I might have to talk to your brother or whoever he is about making chess piece that don't cave in that much. I have payback I need to go back to later.
That's a throwback to episode 2, I think.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Never gonna forget.
Put the palm to the chest.
You had that imprint in there, and if it wasn't for that healing, it would have still be there.
I mean, it probably is.
Oh, no, the
On
healing.
the inside.
The inside, yeah.
That
That bruised bone.
you don't.
Pride.
I don't want you
Yeah.
to show me that you're good, because nobody's ever truly good. We all have bad in us. I just hope that you could show me you're doing what you think is right.
I can't tell you whether what I'm doing is what I think is right. I just act just. I'm a man of action, not words. Words are cheap like the politicians that the guilds buy.
Not necessarily. Your one word can make a huge difference to somebody. I've known for a very short time that I've known somebody, I've made a huge difference in somebody's life. And I almost died for that difference in one hand as well. Because sometimes people need to be awakened and understand truly what their position is and what they need to do. And if they fail to act upon it, you need to be shouted out sometimes. It's
Well.
among everything.
Unfortunately, I don't share your belief.
One day you will.
Highly doubtful.
And can I ask you something? If you didn't believe that, why are we having words now instead of
Because
you
of
taking
your-
actions to find things?
Because of your actions and your investigative skills. That is all. You can act where I can't.
Oh, come on. A man of your stature and everything, everybody has an act they can make. It's just whether
It's
you're...
because of my stature that I can't.
Okay.
And also, I don't want to get caught with these individuals. Not the Undercity individuals, but the guild. Because that would result in a war that, well, would cost one too many lives. I would emerge the victor, of course. But I'm looking to end this conflict with the least amount of casualties.
Right, because all wars take one too many lives. Because you should have none. But unfortunately, we can't avoid that. So...
I do my best, though.
My friend here could tell you, I really don't trust people a lot. It took me a very long time to put trust in him. I asked him if he trusted you or not. He said yes. Let's just hear what he has to say. I'll take his word for it until you betray my trust. Just as much as you were looking on me, now that I know that it's you looking at me, I'll be looking just as much at you.
Well then, you're more than welcome to try.
Okay. Listen, I got lucky once.
And hopefully that luck is persistent, just like your eye.
Oh, if you only knew how much it doesn't work now.
Tension.
Okay, well, I'm hungry. Whew.
Help
I'm
yourself.
gonna eat something else. And he lifts up,
And nothing's. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
and it's very weird. Like it's not porridge or soup or something like that. It's like a
Stew.
like a weird stew.
Okay.
And he takes a bite of it, and he smiles, and then he puts it away, and he goes, okay, all right, and then that's it.
And is that where is Mirthal? This entire conversation is going on. What are you thinking? What do you say?
I was analyzing everything this man was saying,
Okay.
trying to get his real insight.
Insight,
We were
insight.
talking about the true.
Give me 3 insight rolls. We'll do a cumulative.
You got it.
Yeah, because there was a lot said there.
You need another D20?
Yes, yes.
You need another D20?
And what you gathered from that was it's not that he is unable to do something. It's that he can't do something that without, if he were to directly act upon something and get caught, there are lives that would be taken that he would personally feel guilty about, and he's trying to minimize those casualties. That's what you basically get from it.
Yeah, I could get that from me talking about it. It's just like with real people.
Mhm.
If you could talk them into an action sometimes by saying that they can't do it. And like, oh, really? You think I can't?
He's not buying
Right.
it. He's not buying it. Yeah.
So one of them was a 3, one of them was a 15,
Okay.
and the other one to 9.
Okay, so
The one with your
He's-
knife was a 1, and I made a 3.
Perfect.
It's not meant for me. It's meant for you
he
only.
transferred the role over. So he's very difficult to read still, right? No inflections, no emotion. Even when he was talking about the loss of life, no emotion, no budge, no smile, no tears, nothing. What you are able to, I mean, what you do perceive, right, or what you can, gather from him, he seems to be on the level, right? Knowing, I mean, but that could be maybe just knowing, just from your interaction with what Brock said,
Mhm.
but you don't know whether that's what Brock said or whether that's being influenced maybe by just this short meeting. You can't quite pinpoint it,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I got you.
He's a wall.
If I help you,
Yes.
will you help me in turn?
I think we've already established that I would. And just to show you
Mm-hmm.
such, I will assist you in your endeavors before you address mine.
Okay. So you know where I need to go already, based on the flyer, I'm assuming.
Well, judging by the mark on your arm and the fact that you've been beating around the bush about your quest, you're looking for a Resh. And there's only one place, well, from what I've known, that orb would be,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the world's grave.
You did not think correctly.
Would I know who Aresh is?
I told you.
You would know, yeah, you would know because he told you.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
So
right.
whatever he told you, you know, basically.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you tell him like the super in-depth creation myth lore, or do you just give him like,
As
oh, by the
much
way?
as he wouldn't listen. So if
Okay.
he looked like he turned off at
Okay,
any
so that's
point,
all
I
up to
stopped.
Astraios
It's up
then.
to- Yeah, I'm assuming the way Astraios is, you probably heard all of it.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so you do know who Aresh is.
Okay.
Aspect of death, basically all
Okay.
of death.
All right.
Mm-hmm. You did not think correctly.
Not incorrectly.
No, you did not think correctly. That is where I need to go.
You also need to go to the garden as well,
I do.
which is serendipitous considering the fact that, well, from what I've told you earlier, of a certain individual, gentleman by the name of Breaker. I need him back.
And I'm with
if he chooses to come back.
understood.
Do not force him.
If you haven't noticed, he's a man of taught of getting you to make the right decision. He doesn't make decisions for anyone. And the same goes for me.
Good.
If we find him in a position where he's doing something malicious or extremely crazy, and we have to put him down, um, what would you want
I have
us
the
to
perfect
do?
response for this. Okay. For the sake of peace and sanity, you should do what is right.
So I should do the just thing.
Correct. But that is only if he is committing said malicious act.
Okay.
Now, is there anything you guys want to ask him, or is this where dinner's concluding?
I mean, just generic. How can you get me there quickly so I can get back in the earth in, and then room for the night?
Are you... Well, the room for the night we can handle. You can stay here if you like, both of you.
Perfect for me.
You will not be surveyed in here.
Is there anything to tell him apart besides asking him? Is there a mark on him or something?
Oh, he will look quite unique. Something you've never seen before. He has a clawed gauntlet on his left hand. And if you wish, you can try casting some sort of spell at him. And it will wind up, well,
Breaking.
it will break.
Okay. All right. I'm all for it.
Now, if these lodgings aren't to your liking, or if you find it hard to stay here due to past surveillance, I can put you up somewhere. It's entirely up to you.
I'm fine here.
I'm fine here, though.
Okay, then. I'll have a room, well, rooms, if you prefer to be separate. And if you want them interconnected, just let me know.
One question before you leave. Why are there abyssal sigils that say secret?
They're used to communicate with certain individuals of the Undercity.
So you have abyssal demons or anything abyssal down there?
Beings who dabble in the dark arts, maybe something synonymous with the abyss, even the hells, which would be Inferno. This city is quite the melting pot.
Would you happen to know much about them down there? Like,
Oh, I know a lot about them.
would you happen to know anybody with special talents to look different?
That's easy. You looked different earlier. Remember, you were wearing that disguise outside the house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was.
Tuesday, motherfucker.
I might need your help.
Please. Allow me to, I don't wish to be rude, but it's getting a little late.
Mm-hmm.
How about you speak to me in the morning?
Not a problem.
And I will be more than happy to assist you. I'm assuming this endeavor is personal.
Very.
Well then, consider it done. And you, Mirthal, anything to aid you on your personal journeys?
I mean, I didn't get there.
I can have something arranged. It'll take a while. A lot faster than by going by foot. Could take you about 3 days. But this way is the fastest.
That's good. That way I can get to your time when mine is done.
Oh, then greatly appreciated. Now, if that's all, dinner's adjourned.
I bid you a good night.
Have a good night.
Good night. And that is where we will pick up things next time. Perfectly. Yeah. That was a lot of fun, guys. Love it. 2.5
That
hours.
it was.
I love it. Lots of stuff. I gotta send you some stuff. I gotta send you some stuff, I think now.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Mm.
So just send me the specific details of what you want for Brock, right? Specifically,
Okay.
if you just want something plain as just +1 scale mail, right? It's not scale mail.
Breastplate.
A breastplate.
Mhm.
Add it and then deduct the gold. We'll pick that up with next session, because next session we'll pick up the morning after everything's gone on. Unless there's something you
Okay.
guys want to do at night beforehand, for the next session, just let me know next time we record.
Alright.
And then whatever you want to give to him, we'll say that this happens off the air, and you just text me what you want him, and then he'll have that stuff ready for you the next morning as well.
Okay.
Whether it be information or so, this is basically a way to get a hold of the DM without getting a hold of the DM. So,
Depending,
yes.
depending on what happens.
Well, I'm sure.
Well, I gotta get going soon. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. I gotta get-
I do too.
Um,
I gotta be at work.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to go this late. But it was a lot of fun. So signing out, we have Mirthal, Ernie,
Thank you guys for listening. Have a good
I
night.
forgot we're still on the air.
Astraios.
Yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.
Watch
Thank
the
you.
Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
Hashtag release Snyder Cut.
Yes. And thank you for listening. This is, I think, episode 6. We're gonna call it Your Funeral. Thanks to Ernie over here. This was definitely an enjoyable episode, at least for a DM. Not sure how the players felt. Met some interesting characters, a lot of cutting between characters. So I hope it didn't lag out too much. But yeah,
Well, stage whispers.
yeah, stage whispers. I got to see if I can up those levels maybe. But yeah, so thank you for listening, and until next time, guys, keep those dice rolling.